Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to another night of VCS action. And brace yourselves, everybody. It is the match of the millennia. If you miss this match, you will miss the greatest moment in human history that has ever occurred. VGA versus FTV in a game that doesn't matter for the standings.
Yeah, it's the one. It's the only match that really matters for VCS. It's to determine who is the worst team here, who's the biggest, who are the biggest clowns. Who knows?
And in the circus that is the VCS, the title of the biggest clown is a much sought after one. So come on, you're our analyst here. Do some analysis.
Do some analysis, yeah. So I just tweeted out a few minutes ago. It's hopeless against defeat. So let's see who can come out with a victory.
Hopefully we don't see victory.
Yeah, hopefully. So the last few series for both teams have been very rough. Think back to day one of this week where we had FTV against GUM, and for some reason we had to watch 40 minutes of the biggest stomp of all time or something. I don't know why we had to sit through that, but yeah, FTV didn't really stand a chance. Then yesterday, VGA didn't look too great either. Honestly, their early games were fine, but everything else, ugh. So this is now the big clash of the Titans. And I think the biggest opportunity to get points in our prediction game as well, because I went with a little bit of a spicy take to overtake Amber. I still have my ambitions.
What did you do? What did you go?
FTV win. Let's go. Froggy, carry me.
I'm pretty sure I went VGA 2-0. I can't, in good faith, predict a 2-1 for either side, because that would mean we have to see 3 games.
Yeah, fair enough.
And as much as I like a good trip to the circus, I understand that the fear of clowns is a pretty widespread thing. And I don't want to expose our viewers to that. Just in case.
Yeah. That's fair. That's very fair.
Because
very kind of you. Very considerate.
We are. This is truly one of the most exciting, but for all the wrong reasons, matches we could possibly have. Just to reiterate, FTV and VGA are the 7th and 8th place team in the league. They are both already confirmed to be going to relegations. They cannot escape that, and the difference between coming 7th and 8th is negligible. And that is who we have playing each other today.
Indeed. And we play online, so it's even more of a scrim mentality. You don't even get to stage and feel the stage heats, feel the stage feeling.
Oh, really?
You
the G2 fans making excuses about being online, eh?
Oh, man.
Let's hope we don't see any zigs, eh?
Oh, God. Please stop. Please stop.
Hey, I mean, our casting style would be pretty good for that game, because you know how good we are at watching people not auto-attack?
True story. Oh, man. That was a game yesterday. Oh, man.
It was today.
Right. Victory last time got an MVP in this series for 10-4 and 10 for Silas. Popping off.
I think he got our MVP as well.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, he had a good game. This was one of the 2 victories for FTV in the first round. FTV won against VGA, and ever since they're in 7th place, because it's head-to-head over game score for some reason. So if FTV win today, they confirm 7th place and send VGA to relegation in 8th place. So it's big stakes, of course, very big stakes. Also, the running for the rookie of the split is still going, so a lot of rookie candidates here in those 2 teams.
Yeah, not for winning.
It's Froggy. It's Froggy, PhD, and CHP. Django.
Probably a few more members of VGA.
Yeah. Those 3 definitely can show us something. It's very unlikely that they win still. I think my vote will probably go to Kati. He has been very impressive.
There's still debate on whether Karti's allowed. Because apparently the VCS rules for Rookie of the Split is that if you've entered within 20 meters of the stage at any point in your life, you're not a rookie. He played like 2 games a couple splits ago, and that means he's not a rookie.
And Stardust and Peng are also disqualified, right? So unfortunately, you can't get the rookies.
Thankfully, I don't think we have to worry about them joining the team. My. But we are, of course, having a bit of a joke, a bit of fun That's what this series is going to be. If you're here for high-level League of Legends, well, you picked the wrong region for one. But the VCS, the VCS on the average day might not be able to promise you the best League of Legends in the world, but it can promise you pretty high mechanics, and it can promise you a lot of fun. This series can only give us one of those, and it's not the mechanics.
No, it will probably give us a lot of kills and maybe a few nice blast cone plays. We saw yesterday 2 contenders for the worst blast cone plays of all time. Maybe you can get another one in there. So top
that
nice
Yoshino
top 3.
blast cone was absolutely shocking.
Yeah. Go to the clips if you're wondering what we're talking about and enjoy that team fight of the Yoshino blast cone.
Yeah.
And especially focus your eyes on Yoshino the second after he lands and realizes what he just did.
You can see his entire body freeze as he thinks he might have lost his team the game. Oh my. You'd hate to be a star player on a team and single-handedly lose your team a series.
I mean, luckily enough, they still won the team fight, so
they
whatever.
Did, but,
it's just a fun little moment.
I was referring to a certain other superstar player.
Please stop. Please stop.
No. No.
So, every day, we have a little bit of time. Please give me the draft you want to see. All the champs you love to see in pro play put together in one draft. Okay, and tell me which of the 2 teams will go for that draft.
Okay. So, I want, from VGA, I want set support, but not running Omnistone. Run Aftershock. Or, run Conqueror in support. Just do it.
Nah, Aftershock's better.
I don't care.
Well, it's your team, so...
What other ones do I want to see? I want to see some troll drafts. I want to see TFT comps. With Set just jammed in, even though he's not in TFT.
I mean, there's no 5 champion synergy, so I think you can
exactly. Well, I mean, there's
go for 4.
I wouldn't mind seeing 5 Rebels. That'd be fun. 5 Cybernetics is genuinely not even a troll comp.
Yeah, that's true. The Cybernetics actually
it's bad, but it's not even fully troll. Yeah,
when we're on the hunt for that one Echo to complete your comp. Can happen.
I've genuinely never finished higher than 5th with Cybernetics because I never find the Echo.
Seriously?
I never ever find the Echo.
I'm always quite successful with Cybernetics, but I never win for some reason. I always finish 3rd or 2nd.
I go Space Pirates every game because I like getting more money.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's hard to talk about this series and think about what might actually happen, isn't it? There's not a lot to say. I'd love to know what the Vietnamese casters are talking about.
So what's going to happen here? It's we will probably see a VGA stomp the early game, at least in one of the games, then attempt the big throw and see if FTV is good enough to catch the throw. Then we might see a few counter throws here and there. The game will extend to 40 minutes. Every day will lose his mind because of the game still playing. And then someone wins.
You're assuming I brought my mind to this one. It's still in bed.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just my husk that's come for this one. I mean, the real question is, it's not gonna be too hard for me to do my job because it doesn't matter how bad the teams are. Plays still happen, and they need to be played by played. What colors are you looking for? How deep into your box of crayons are you going?
Well, we were looking at a whole lot of gray, I think. A lot of gray screens happening in this game. And maybe we can study all the different shades there. But, well, what's there to say? Why? Please start the game. I'm not sure why we take.
I'm pretty sure you didn't even mean to make that joke.
Kind of. It was half meant to be a joke.
Come on, bud. But
I wanted to tell you a little bit there.
If we can snap back to reality for just a moment, because apparently they don't want to start Jam Select. Who should we be keeping our eyes on to at least be somewhat impressive throughout this series?
So, I mean, it's always the same players we talked about for a long time now. Froggy, hopefully. Some people say he's a pretty bad player. I mean, in the context of the whole league, he's probably below average, but he's still one of the shining lights for FTV, which says a lot about the whole team.
He's out here looking like Faker in this series.
Yeah. So on the other side, VGA, I mean, they have some mechanically solid players. I think VIT and PHT are decent. Their team cohesion is just the worst we've ever seen, maybe. I'm not sure. Cerberus looked pretty rough last split, so
yeah.
they might still take the cake. Okay.
So sorry about this, everybody. There is a technical issue, and we've gone back to a pause screen, which we will have to do as well. As soon as we see a champion select, we'll be back. We're really sorry about this, guys. Online play, it's a bitch. And they're doing their best. They've actually done, the Vietnamese league has actually done super, super well so far.
Yeah,
there's only been a couple of issues, so I'm giving them, a fair bit of leeway here. And we'll see you guys when there's a champion select. We're really sorry. We'll keep you guys posted as soon as we know anything. See you in a bit. Welcome back, brothers. We've come down here for the $10 million match between FTV and VGA. The winner of this one will be walking away with $10 million, Vietnamese, and all the pride in the world. We got two competitors who led to the ring in just a few minutes here. They'll scrap it out for at least 3 games, and the winner will walk away $10 million richer, brother.
There we go.
Yeah, we're back, and yeah, apparently the winner of this game gets an extra $10 million in Vietnamese, in Vietnamese dollars, which is not much.
No, it's a $10 million.
It's a $10 million
match.
It's a $10 million match. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. There was tech issues. We are apparently going into Champion Select soon. How did you spend your break?
Well, I didn't do anything exciting. Just sat down.
Hey, here we go.
Went through a few vocabulary cards, and then there we go. There's Champion Select. Hello. And look at those numbers at the top. Don't care about the champs. Look at those. 2-11 against 2-11. It's clearly the biggest clash we will ever see. So, Vit, Zin, PHT. Let's rank their names. Which team has the better names? Who cares about the draft?
FTV
honestly?
has the better names.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't like Adonis' names.
They're actually names rather than PHT. Vit. I mean, Vit's not terrible, but PHT is a bad name.
PHT is, yeah.
It's hard.
And Hope is a very unfortunate name for a team that's bad.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So, Froggy's in, Aquino's in as well. So, we have at least the best possible FTV lineup. That should go a long way. Oh, no. I see the timer ticking down and no champion being locked in.
That's okay.
There we go.
Locked in now. So, we do actually have 2 very serious team comps being picked here. Unfortunately, we were hoping that there might be a little bit of fun and merriment had by both the teams. But...
I mean, to be honest, with Hope on lease, I'm not sure if you could call it a serious pick.
Oh, it's a serious pick, not a serious player.
Think back to yesterday, we played Elise and somehow fell behind 60 CS and also died all the time.
Well, that's. I think those 2 things might be related to each other.
Yeah, possible.
Just a little bit.
So we have on Lucian Lee. We have 2 Sinner champs and 1 Savant. So,
I really
let's see where the comp goes.
Doing that intro because my throat's really sore.
It was great though.
I killed my throat for a really bad joke. Carry that champ select, please.
So, second, the face of bands. We'll see anything interesting here. Falis is banned. Callista is banned. ADCs will actually be a struggle for Adonis. Will they go to mages? They have an AD solo laner. They could just go Syndra bot lane. Oh, wow. Suddenly there's more bans. Out of nowhere. So more ADC bans and Nautilus on the other side. So ADC focus bans on FTV side and support focus bans on Adonis' side. Would make sense to ban Braum here to deny the Illusion Braum combination.
Yeah, that makes sense, and it also stops the Ornn counter. Oh, well, it stops their own Ornn counter. Wait, what am I saying? They've got Thresh. It's a rough night. A rough night.
So, what did they go for?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
The
don't know either. There's
mystery
nothing.
man. Oh, it's a rough night at the moment. It's a rough night. I didn't ban Braum.
Apparently they didn't ban Braum. That's not smart. I'm not sure why. So Braum is a very easy pick here. So right now FTV only needs a nice AP champ to round their comp out with, and then they have a solid team composition, especially. Ooh, hello.
Okay, Adonis. Okay. I'm happy with that.
I think
if they lock that
he's
in.
known as a little bit of a Jinx expert, if I remember correctly. So
is expert really the right word for anyone on this team?
okay.
I love Jinx. Though,
enthusiast.
Okay, here we go.
That's nice. Jinx is exciting. Jinx against Lucian in lane, Lucian Braum in lane.
She can get you excited.
I can get herself excited as well.
Exactly. I'm cool with
that.
So,
last pick.
This is hype.
Problem is, lane looks very difficult against the Lucian Braum. Once you get caught, you just die instantly as Jinx. So she has to be very careful. Expect Xin to change to exhaust just to be a little bit more safe. And we round this out with the wet noodle fight and the top lane. It's once again Maokai against the Ornn. So not the most exciting top lane of all time.
No. That's very much just going to be two people farming and occasionally hitting each other to proc grasp. That is.
Might actually be Froggy on the Ornn though. We might dodge the lanes. I'm not sure about that.
I don't think so. I think they'll put Rika on Ornn. Just put Rika on tanks.
Yeah, Rika on tanks. It's pretty good. Rika on non-tanks is pretty shit. So
yeah, exactly.
Please give us Rika
it could
on
be
tanks.
Maokai mid.
That's interesting.
And send
so the tanks are still dodging each other.
Nope, never mind.
I mean, the tanks could still try to go to different lanes. If this is really the top lane, Maokai against Ornn, we will never see any attention thrown up there.
So
they will join their teams at like 20 minutes.
There's a question I have to ask you. For the purposes of our bingo, is Jace an ADC? I don't think so. I don't think it counts. I think we mean traditional bot lane ADCs.
Not quite.
Yeah.
If he does not go for an ADC, I think Jace counts on the third game.
Sure. Okay.
Sounds fair to me. So, Rumble mid lane for Froggy. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
PhD and Froggy going head to head. The rookie fight in the mid lane. Very exciting. I think Froggy is slightly better in the second half, at least. PhD was better in the first half. Okay, Froggy almost didn't play.
I mean, it was pretty hard for PhD to be worse in the first half when Froggy had like one game. It was average. I think Froggy's been much better than PhD.
Yeah, I have to say I'm quite disappointed with PhD's season. I expected much more from him. After watching him the first few weeks and also in the promotion tournament, I was like, PhD, this is our mid lane rookie star. He might carry Adonis to a win or a few wins. And then he just continued to pick top lane AD carries and get shit on. So at least he's now playing a traditional mid lane again. Yeah.
Not really. Jace has spent most of his time in the game in the top lane.
Yeah, he's a fine mid laner though. He's not an exotic pick for mid lane.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. This is again, if you joined us late, this is the two bottom teams of the VCS facing off. For all of you out there who might have financial interest in this game, don't do it. Don't bet on this game.
No, don't. Please
don't bet on this game. Just don't. It's not worth it. It's not. This one is probably the hardest game to predict we've ever tried to predict because who's going to be?
No one knows
today?
how serious these games will be, and even if they play seriously, they are still super bad. So even on serious mode, they can still throw every time, anytime. So. Yeah, this is very hard to predict. I went with FTV. I think most people went with VGA. We'll see if I can catch up to Amber. That's my biggest quest today.
Don't think so. Pretty sure Amber has the script. She just loses every now and then to throw people off. She just occasionally makes an intentional mistake. Oh, no, you're okay. I can hear you. I'm very concerned that we've gone back to the
the casters.
Screen.
Well, yeah, not the greatest sign. At least we're done with pick and bands now. So
yeah,
that's the first step.
That's just what I'll just point out. I'm just going to just quickly address chat. I have hope in VGA. Yeah, I mean, I'd hope he is. I'd hope he got to the stage.
The stage of his own PC in his gaming house. Yeah.
Well, yeah, fair point. It's online. I mean, that's a discussion. What do you think about the whole online versus LAN mentality argument? Because people have been saying that you could see it on display with G2 versus Mad.
Absolutely, you could. That was a horrible series. It looked like scrims. A lot of analysts pointed that out. But I mean, what's the alternative? There is no alternative.
There is no alternative. Yeah. Like, no. I don't think anyone out there is saying, "Oh, buggy you, Riot. You're idiots. Why are you going online?" Like, there's no choice. Like, it's a crap situation. Everyone knows that if Riot didn't have to be online, they wouldn't. But if you want League of Legends, you have to deal with it being online at the moment, which sucks. But you know, whatever.
It's better for no league. Yeah.
Exactly. It's better for no league. But it's interesting because I don't think League of Legends fans, particularly League of Legends fans that are only really fans of League of Legends, nothing wrong with that, by the way, I'm not flaming people, they've forgotten what online is like. Other esports still have online components.
Oh, interesting.
They're okay, no, in Counter-Strike, for example, no CS, that's a bingo square, no CS tournament that is like tier 1 or a big tournament is online. It's all on LAN, of course. Not at the moment, but just in general. I'll finish this point and then we've actually gone back to another pause. This is a bit rough. I mean, we can chat about this kind of stuff, this more meta stuff for a little bit. Let me, we'll switch back to our screen. But yeah, basically, we still have some online leagues and you can see the difference in play and mentality. There's no denying
That's fair.
it. And it's interesting. I wonder how it'll translate over to League of Legends.
So interesting enough, I think I saw a little bit of a difference between EU and NA when watching the first online games. I think EU played more scrim-like than NA did. Not honestly, of course, I don't have any kind of inside knowledge, so I don't know how NA scrims are like. But I think watching NA LCS last week did not make that much of a difference to me, other than the 5 minutes delay. But the in-game was okay. It just looks like an A, not the huge most amount of kills ever. So not very scrim-like. While EU games sometimes were utter chaos, like the Rogue against G2 game, that was not a stage game. And now the match against the G2. Best of 5. That was not a stage game either. So it's interesting. It seems like it will be affecting mentalities differently. Because, of course, LCK is also online now, and they still play their LCK style. They still bounce waves forever. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll fundamentally change region style, but like, there's no denying that the G2 versus Madlands. Did you see what the average kills per minute was?
1.13, I think it was.
No, it was 1.2.
1.2 even.
It was insane. I saw Monte Cristo talking about it. It's like
it's way higher than the average.
For Mad Lions, that's an increase of 0.5 kills per minute. Like that's ridiculous over a best of 5. So guys, we are really, really sorry. There is another tech issue. We don't know what it is yet. We'll find out and let you know. But we're gonna have to go to another pause. We're really sorry. Thanks for putting up with us. With us. Coronavirus, it's pretty crappy. Make sure everyone's staying inside and keeping healthy and safe and cautious so we can get past this bloody epidemic as fast as possible.
Yeah, and don't get angry at VN production. This is rough, but of course it's a new situation, and so far they've handled everything very nicely. Have not given us any like mic issues or anything. So
to comment on that point, there has so far the only things that have gone wrong are completely outside the VM production team's control. Like, it's internet issues. Like, that's not their fault. They're not an ISP. You can start flaming them when the stream lags or there's mic issues on the main stream, that kind of crap. When it's internet issues, it sucks, but you gotta kind of take your licks. It's nothing anyone can really do. But we'll see you guys as soon as possible. We're really sorry again. See you in a bit.
Understood. It's September in the kitchen and a Christmas.
Welcome back, everybody. We do actually have a game that will be played momentarily. So I cover Yulwei with Spotify by accident because I forgot to pause the music. Welcome back.
Yes, game.
Thank you for bearing with us. It's been a long delay.
Thank you very much.
But any minute, any second. They're doing the mock draft at the moment, we've been told. And then we will be going into game.
We have built so much suspense now for this clash for 10 million. 10 million are on the line.
$10 million game, brother.
Oh, man. So, the draft should still be the same. We are playing on 10-7, but that doesn't really impact anything because the draft is the same. So maybe the second draft can be more interesting with some 10-7 changes.
Yeah.
Froggy on Galio.
That's the big one. That's the big one. The 10.7, the patch wasn't that big except for Fiddle.
No.
Fiddle's banned, obviously.
And bad. So even if he wasn't bad,
is also terrible. So they wouldn't pick him. I mean, actually, I'm pretty sure they would pick him because it's a meaningless game.
Yeah, fair enough.
But he is banned, obviously, as but yeah, I think Froggy's Galio could be relevant in game 2 and potentially game 3, depending on how things go. But we should be heading into game. I'm praying. We've gone to the castle train. Come on.
There's to change. That's true.
Come on. So just to clarify to everyone, VN production was doing their best. Like they couldn't make it go any faster. We have direct contact to people in charge, and they keep us posted. But you can only do so much, man. If shit's broken, shit's broken.
There
you
is
fix it. Like,
some broken stuff, and then some
unfortunately, they can't snap their fingers. And fix everything. So thank you for bearing with us. Don't be too hard on the VM production guys. It's really not their fault.
No. And yeah, I mean, at least we'll probably get a very nice in-game picture. So far, we've always been perfect after the issues have been resolved. So just a little bit of a delay, but now we should get into game soon. Hopefully.
I'm a little bit worried about the fact that we're not in game already. This is the really scary moment because we talk to our contact through Discord, as most people would. But while we're in this screen, I can't see my Discord, so I don't know if I've been pinged with, actually, it's all broken again. A little bit worried.
Let's
but
just pray that's going to start soon. The last time we had these long delays.
Here's a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What's the biggest screw up? This delay or caps this morning?
Still caps. Still caps.
Yeah, it's still
easily
caps.
By a mile. Oh, that W. Oh man.
It was horrific. That's.
But they really did not deserve to win that series. So I'm a big GT fanboy, I'm kind of glad they lost. I think they can fix the issues now and maybe approach games like they are actual games and not scrims.
Absolutely. It would have been absolute thievery for them to take that series away. So
yeah.
They didn't deserve to win. But look! Video game!
Look at that.
Video game!
Whoa!
Get high!
40 seconds in! So,
okay. 40 seconds.
We have the Jinx. I think Jinx is the most interesting part here about the draft. This Jinx... there was a lot of ADC pinch, so they actually went to Jinx. And this, if she can get out of lane, I think we are in for a little bit of mid carry. That's a nice, interesting new approach for VGA. So far, they've most of the time focused on PHT to carry them, and he has let them down more than not, I guess, more often than not. So maybe Vid can step up and actually give them their victory over FTV.
Potentially. Now, the real question is there any real winners? No, I'm joking. Of course, we don't want to be too harsh on them. It is just the bit of an interesting start from Rika. You waited for a very long time. They were really anticipating a top
It's a
lane
fake leash.
invade.
It's a fake leash.
But
No, it's a fake leash.
But the fake leash doesn't work when the bot lane also leashes. It's
I
a
mean, you
double
can
fake.
double fake leash. Yeah. I mean, you kind of, the enemy jungler doesn't know where Lee Sin started. But I mean, it's Hope. He wouldn't invade anyway, so I don't really know what it's good for. We'll have to see. Hope needs to step up, of course,
The thing
on
that's
his Elise.
really crazy for me is Rika got the ward. He's got a sweeper. He has no vision for his lane.
Yeah.
That's very
But I think
risky.
if you're playing on Maokai...
Akino just got clocked.
Oof. That was a lot of damage.
I mean, Orn can die.
Flash level 1.
There's a lot of CC that gives Elise time to deal her damage.
Yeah,
and it's
that's true.
Quonk Elise. He's got her Quonk.
It's Quonk Elise. No. Oh no, it's Quonk Elise. we heard the rumors. Will we also see the Nashor's Tooth? That's now the biggest focus here. I hope so too.
According to
Elise, please go.
According to our resident Elise main, Quonk Elise is good. I still don't understand why.
Yeah.
Because you don't want long trades as Elise, you just want burst, but I don't play Elise. Who am I to say?
I think there's a lot of sustain if you're in spider form with Conqueror. But the question is still, what is the purpose of the rune? So I can understand why it works well on Elise, but does it work better than having more bursts?
That's the thing that's
weird. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, same. So 3 minutes in, no kill yet. That's surprising.
That is very surprising. You would have thought someone would have made a mistake by now, but no. I mean, it's two fairly defensive team comps, at least until now-ish. A couple minutes, once Elise has finished her clear, she'll be looking for a gank. And with a lot of lanes pushed here,
Kino has been able to sustain back to full HP, so they can look for trade in bot lane. Sadly for them, they are pushed on the turret and behind in experience, which is not something you would expect for Lucian Braum lane. But Hope might be baited.
Oh no, Hope throws a long-range cocoon, finds nothing. They now know exactly where he is, and nothing.
I think this is actually the better outcome here for Hope.
Yeah.
I think he would have gone for the dive and then died to the Braum exhaust. And there's a cleanse as well. So this could have been dangerous for Hope. In the end, it's just a trade of jungle camps, as we can see in the minimap. Lee Sin on top side. I'm not sure what he wants to accomplish on top side. I think he's just waiting for the creeps. So don't really expect the top lane dive. I don't think you have the damage on. Oh, they're actually pinging him.
Yeah, I think they've got the damage.
Top lane, please.
He's only on half health. They can dive this.
Oh yeah, right. He has no mana as well.
Yeah, this is absolutely diveable.
But On used his Q already. He needs to utilize the turret.
No, there's the Q. He's got it.
Oh, there's another Q. Okay.
He charges out, and I think this might just be the called off play. Django manages to twist and turn his way out. Okay.
Well,
nothing ventured.
That was not too exciting. Yeah. So, of course, the Django is also going with the aftershock. So
we've got a round 2 in mid lane here. As there's the long range cocoon landing. Froggy takes a lot of damage. PHT's exhausted, and they're backing the teleport. I don't know if this teleport's going to get anything done here, champ. Rika probably did not need to come, but at least he's paying attention to his map.
Yeah, to be fair, he would have teleported top lane anyway, so I guess that's fine. That's fine for him. Yeah. We are on 10-7, so we are past the teleport buffs, of course. We usually place on 10-6 with the teleport buffs as well, which means level 5 teleport. I don't have the exact numbers, but it should be at something like 280 seconds, maybe 300 seconds. Not the longest of cooldowns now, so should be fine. And both top laners use the teleport anyway.
Yeah, it's very true. As I look over at our Discord, and there is a discussion about Conqueror release. It's such a weird rune. I don't understand. So, first dragging over to FTV. We've seen a very slow early game. 2 gank attempts, both kind of fumbled. So in the end, I guess VGA's gank attempt was actually successful. They forced out the summoner spell and the teleport. Yep. Two summoner spells. Gank in the top lane. Hope is here for another attempt, and everything misses. Rika didn't even need to flash there, really.
No, really did not need to flash.
But he gets away. Handle in the mid lane. Kuriko.
Well, can we please stop ganking top lane? This is tank against tank, and both have a lot of CC and also a lot of sustain. Please just.
Kuriko's been caught out. Hope could find
The
something.
Conqueror?
That Sonic Wave was not going anywhere. Froggy blocks the shock blast, but the Conqueror is getting value. And no one is dead.
There we go.
Somebody hit somebody. Somebody kill someone. I'm bored.
Somebody killed somebody. Yeah. So I want to see more bot lane action. Where's all the bot lane action? We have Jinx against Lucian. Hello? Go down there.
Jinx doesn't want to do anything. She's gone Cull.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jinx
But
doesn't want to fight
I want
Lucian.
to see some action.
Oh, I want to, but Jinx doesn't want to fight Lucian. I want some cross-map Super Mega Death Rockets. That's a quality ability name, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Do you like Super Mega Death Rocket more or Mega Inferno Bomb?
Super Mega Death Rocket.
Yeah, I think it's better too. Yeah. It's
Absolutely Super
yeah,
Mega Death
really nice
Rocket.
ability. So, why is Froggy struggling so much in this mid lane matchup? That's actually surprising me. He's went with the more lane focused choice in terms of runes. He went Comet, of course, so no Predator to roam, and he's still losing lane. That's not a good sign for the Rumble, of course. He can be a little stronger on one item compared to Jace, but if he constantly loses lane, it's not a big asset for his team.
Yeah. It is a bit interesting. Of course, the one thing about Rumble is that it kind of doesn't matter how far behind he gets. He can always just press R and win team fights. They're well played.
Yeah.
Kuriko has come up to the top lane. Ornhorn being used. Django with a horrible flash, but that was a very bad timed gank.
Can we please stop with the top lane ganks?
Yeah.
We have two tank against tank. Please stop. It's why? And why is Rika renamed to Rika? I think what's going on.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's his reaction to watching this match. Ah, this is where my career's gotten to. This is Look, it's starting off about exactly as we expected this match to be fair.
Less kills though.
Yeah, I expected there to be more kills, but there's been plenty of mistakes.
Yeah. VGA gets first jump on this Rift Hold. I think they will secure this very easily because their bot lane is already mid lane, and there's something happening mid lane. Hello, observers, please.
That's okay. They got there. Froggy's alive. It's okay.
He's still alive. Yeah, I'm not sure why FTV's bot lane is struggling this much. They shouldn't be struggling this much. This is a matchup they should be winning, but Police and Aquino so far have been constantly pushed under turret. They have lost the turret plating and opened up VGA to roam out of lane as well without losing anything.
It's probably partially just the difference in support presence. Braum doesn't do anything in lane.
Braum Lucian is a pretty strong lane, though.
Well, only because you get Braum passive.
Yeah.
Not actually because of Braum, it's just Braum passive. If you can never apply the passive, then Braum doesn't do anything.
Yeah, then you're just a bad Braum player, though. I mean, well, what can you say? You're supposed to take aggressive traits in this lane.
Yeah,
so,
and we're talking about Aquino, so yeah,
fair
he's
enough.
a bad player. That's a bit harsh, but
yeah, I think we haven't seen enough footage for Aquino to really make a final judgment.
Aquino really hasn't played too many games. He's definitely not the problem with FTV.
He's better than One Ground, unless One Ground is on set. Yeah, One Ground on set was good. Yeah. So, still no kill at 10 minutes. Hello? Please kill someone.
Like, you're both going to relegations. Can we at least go there soaked in blood? Like, seriously. Are they not frustrated after waiting an hour to start their match?
Yeah, usually after pause this long, we see a lot of action, a lot of weird mistakes, but so far this game is very slow.
Mm-hmm. But VGA is building a pretty big lead regardless. They're already nearly 1,000 gold ahead. They will be 1,000
They're winning
gold
all
ahead
the
now.
lanes.
This is pretty bad here from FTV early on. Because I feel like the VGA team, they've got a Jinx. They can wait. She's a hyper carry.
Yeah. They have an interesting scaling here. They have double AD carry basically with Jace. Even though Jace doesn't build AD carry items in the late game, he kind of functions like an AD carry. So they have a lot of damage in the ultra late game with Jinx on a lot of items and Jace on a lot of items. Elise, of course, will fall off, but who cares? Enemy team also has Lee Sin, so whatever.
Peng. Peng just posted something in the Discord. It's very funny. He took his original, like, the art he made for last time VGA played FTV, and they've had like the little ghosty dudes behind them, except he swapped the VGA ghost onto the other side and put Hope on it because Hope plays for the other team.
Nice. Hey, so far,
a little bit of a fight in the top lane as Django is getting smacked around by the Ornn, but he calls in the cats and they all miss and they both walk away.
Why is top lane the most action-packed lane this game?
Ooh,
Why?
never mind, we might finally have something happen. Froggy's gonna die. First blood, come on, someone. Finally, PHT will shoot him down, and first blood for VGA. They actually have a massive lead here.
Yeah, VGA playing another very good early game. They played a solid early game against, more than solid early game against Deep Secret. They blew them away. 5k gold lead, like 12 minutes, then still managed to lose the game. So we'll have to see if they are finally able to walk away with a victory here.
To be fair, that was a very different caliber of opponent.
Fair. Well,
FTV
it was more on VGA throwing though. So Froggy is struggling in mid lane.
How is this happening? Jinx can
Yeah,
get... I'm surprised she didn't commit for first tower there.
Was a little dangerous with Akina's ultimate available.
Yeah, the ult's probably the big problem. I was just thinking,
and look at the time. Yeah. Look at the time as well. I think they still have time to push it in once again. Maybe also have Elise roam down, which he's not doing right now. Okay, never mind then. So they can potentially secure the first turret and the first plate in the last plating as well. Still might be difficult now with VGA having to reset here. Okay, they actually lost a big opportunity here. So in the hindsight, I agree with you. I thought there would be enough time to get the turret, but I guess not.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one. Just any other ADC, I think, yeah, you just have to get out there. But Jinx, you're pretty damn quick when you pop that
run away.
passive.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And she has flash available if bad comes to worse. So. Yeah, I agree. She lost a little bit of gold there. I mean, honestly, the last plating is not. I mean, it's still 160 gold, right? But the big gold comes from the first turret power spike or gold spike, so you can still secure that one. So you lose 160 gold, but the 410 gold for the first turret solo gold can still be secured. And she's already quite far ahead, not in terms of CS, but she got multiple platings. She has Cull, so Cull is going to be finished in a few.
Oh, never mind, he puts up a shield. He's fine. PHT is down here, though. There's actually a lot of people down here. Teleports are being called. This is a rumble in the jungle.
Oh, very deep teleport for Rika.
The Rika, I mean, it was very deep, and he's just going to die. I have questions.
Well, yeah, not the greatest teleport ever. A little bit disjointed with his teams. His team thought they could fight, and then they called off the fight, and he was like, seriously, guys. You just let me die here. Yeah, unfortunate for the tank. And the first kill from the top lane comes to, once again, PHT. PHT 2-0 now.
PHT carrying. Let's go. And the first tower, and that is a 3 point something K. Oh, why do
almost
I
4K. Almost 4K.
Almost 4K gold lead.
Yeah, never do math on stream. Not a good call.
Don't count on stream. Don't do it.
So, it's a very, very nice showing for VGA. I'm still surprised by the pace of the game. It's a very slow game. Surprisingly slow. Both teams are not really slow teams either. So, yeah, I'm not sure what happened to them. Maybe they're just very confused in the current situation. Maybe they're just a little bit don't want to lose, don't want to get last again. So, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, Kuroko, bye.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, wait, yeah, what? Kuroko's dead?
Yeah, PHT just one-shot him.
Okay, I looked away for half a second to drink some water. And PHT coming in, gets the flash from police, does flash for JSQ damage. And he gets away, but the flash burns regardless for really nothing invested from PHT. So VGA is still looking to be in a very, very dominant position to scale up into this one and close it out.
So, is there an opportunity for FTV to get back into this game? They still have Froggy on Rumble, and Rumble naturally scales even without items, just with levels. So he's level 11 now. He can deal some damage. He has some penetration and also the 10% madness damage amp. So I think right now they can look for a fight, especially if they're able to shut down PhD. PhD, of course, super strong on his 3 OJs, working towards a secondary lethality item right now. A little bit of weird optimization choice there, going for the Kindle Gem instead of another Caulfield's hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Make
He's
himself
still
a little bit
super
tanky.
strong.
He's still got enough damage
Yeah.
to pretty much blow up any squishy. So
Maybe he just had the 800 gold and wanted to go for the 10% cooldown reduction. And I mean, he's going to build it into Black Cleaver later on anyway. So yeah, it does look a little weird when you sit and call the components for different items, but whatever.
Yeah.
In the end, will work out for him.
Yeah, I don't think there's any big issue. As they are pushing into the mid lane. And Jinx takes towers very, very quickly and gets away from them very quickly. She's charging forward, though, as the Rift Herald has been summoned up to try and get the inner. Ornhorn used, gets literally nothing done.
Wow.
There's the Rumble ult. This is a bit dicey. Repel is used for the Elise. In the front line, PHT
still
has to
safe,
find
though.
a way. On the backside, though, it's all going wrong for FTV. Kuriko goes down to the Super Mega Death Rocket. That procs to get excited. This is going to be an absolute massacre. The blood is flowing. Korn is pleased as they're all dead. They're all gone.
Oh.
The towers will be pushed.
8-0.
And VGA has said the delays were long enough. Your lives will be short.
Oh, 8-0. What a stomp this is. This is the 7k gold lead at 18 minutes, 8-0 in kills. It's not a perfect game because FTV got a turret, of course, and the dragon as well, but very close to a perfect game, perfect kill score. FTV just getting wrecked everywhere. It's very impressive. Honestly, I mean, it's only FTV, right? But it's still very impressive from VGA. Can they still throw from this position? It's almost impossible, but I'll never count on VGA's ability to throw.
It's true, but I will definitely never, ever doubt VGA's ability to throw. But also, keen listeners would have just ticked off a little square for their bingo sheet. Not going to tell you which one, because that's the game. How does FTV ever get back in this one, except for VGA throwing?
Yeah, they are not. Look at the items on VGA. It's Jinx can probably 1v3 right now. She has a 75% crit already and 2 attack speed items being built. Of course, that's the usual Jinx build. I'm not sure what you go 4th item Jinx. I think there are different choices you can go.
Phantom Dancer.
3rd item, right?
Yeah, you can go Phantom Dancer
4th
or Rapid Fire Cannon.
Well, what do you get 4th item?
Oh,
afterwards?
4th GA.
Ugh.
Yeah. I know that upsets you.
I think there's also.
Ooh, this is a bit of a fight. There's the lantern, the flash repel. He wants to stay up there until the carpet's gone. But Hope, well, he's given FTV hope as they're on the board, but it's Vit taking it back away. He doesn't want to let go.
Crit.
He has, the crits are coming in. Fishbones is shattering, and this should be another easy kill. And Vit is the man to carry VGA here. He's taking the reins from PHT, and he's saying, we'll ride him home.
Yep. Yeah, that's a nice transition, Jeff. Jace carrying the early game, and then Jinx gets quietly gets a lot of farm, and then a 3-item Jinx just destroys everyone in teamfights. That works well. So yeah, this game is over. Can we please move on to the next one? We need to catch up. And the crit on police! What?
Oof. This is a big one.
How is he supposed to fight against that?
Oh
man.
Dear. And here comes the teleport. FTV wants to have a last ditch. The cats have been called. And it's, this was a bit of a limp dick effort here for FTV. So, can we just move on, boys?
Yeah, I hope so. We should move on soon. Look at it. Look at VGA. They're just running into FTV space, and FTV has nothing to say about that.
It's an 11k lead at 21 minutes. This is just
it's a bigger lead than GAM had against FTV, even. So
Yeah,
VGA
it's
challenging
true.
Gum here across 2 games.
It's weird. I thought you normally had to pay to get lessons from Clown College. They're just giving it out for free. Take notes, everyone. You'll be a smash hit at kids' birthdays parties.
How is FTV this bad?
I think we need much wiser philosophers than me to answer that question.
Wow. Police managed to miss every single CS he tried to go for there.
Yeah, he did. That was horrific. That's why I let that hang while we were talking, because, oh boy.
Oh, man. So, VGA just needs Baron. They don't even need Baron, to be honest. But they can go for Baron.
They'll take it. Their Baron's really fast, so...
So Rapid Fire Cannon coming in for Jinx, way more aggressive itemization than the Phantom Dancer would be.
Rapid Fire Cannon, Rapid Fire Cannon is really good on Jinx because you just throw rocket crits from half a screen away.
Runance is still the best item. I think Jinx is one of those ADCs that...
This is bad timing for us to have a stream quality drop. We're going to have to watch coloured blobs here as we're down in 144p. But it's going to be VGA winning the fight. There is one kill fired.
Oh, it's close, though.
Got one. There's a bit of a low health bar there. I really can't tell what's going on. The stream quality is so goddamn awful right now. And I'm going to quickly refresh it because this is unwatchable. Sorry about that, everyone.
So, two members went down for FTV. Can Vid get the last kill? No, Police flashes away.
Ooh.
Nicely done. And VGA is marching down mid lane. They want to go for the front door. They want to go for a 23-minute victory. And there's nothing to stop them. Absolutely nothing.
Nah, this game is OVER over. Very fast. Yep. 23 minutes getting us back on schedule. Thanks, lads.
Yep, that's good to see. And there we go. A little bit of an... I'm not sure what you say. A big stomp, honestly, and good to see for VGA fans. VGA fans has a fan. Okay, VGA for the fan. One VGA fan. But a little bit of they can be a little bit relieved because after the last big throw against Team Secret, well, there's probably some hate around for VGA because Cerberus got eliminated by that big throw. If you think about it, VGA should have won that game, and Cerberus would have still been in the playoff discussion. But instead, now they're out. VGA trying to redeem themselves with a very, very dominant game against FTV.
Yeah, they definitely redeemed something, and I think it was some ass-kicking coupons. Because FTV did not look good at all. There was no bright spot for FTV. I cannot look at any of their players and say, well, at least they did well. It was
not really, no.
Crap across the map. But let's move on to a positive facet. We have to pick an MVP. I mean, it's either VIT or PHT.
Yeah, I think it's PHT, honestly.
Really? Okay.
You say it's VIT. Interesting. I don't think VIT did anything. Honestly, he just stood there and auto-attacked.
I disagree. I think he won lane on Jinx against Lucian Braum.
Yeah, that's fair. He actually won lane. Yeah, that's a good call. But he didn't get solo kills. PHT got 2 solo kills.
You can't solo kill people. You're playing Jinx against Lucian Braum. And then he carried the game. I'm digging my heels in. I'm saying it's VIT.
Well...
You do have the final say.
Do we have chat? Do we have chat saying something here? Well, fine. He didn't die. Okay. VIT.
Exactly.
PHT did.
Of course he did. He had a fantastic game, but I think winning lane against Lucian Braum as Jinx and then carrying is actually super impressive. But yeah, PHT was
fair enough. It's very close between the two. It's very close between the two.
I agree. But with that, we come to the end of game 1. It was a long wait for it, but hey, it was fun to watch. So in the end, it was pretty worth it. We'll see you guys soon for game 2 to see if VGA can keep the bulldozer trucking or if FTV will remember how to start their own truck to push back. See you soon.
See you soon. Thanks for sticking with us.
Welcome back, everybody, for game 2 of FTV, taking on VGA. The first game was a close affair. You didn't know who was going to get MVP. It was so close. The game wasn't. The gameplay wasn't. VGA stopped.
Nope. Absolutely not. And every day,
yes,
let's take a brief moment to moan for FTV and to appreciate all the struggles they've been going through.
It's true.
They came to their own. They had to sit in front of their PCs against GAM for an hour and waited until the game started. And then 40 minutes later, the games were over already because they got stomped 2 times in a row. Now they had to go through the same again today. Sitting in front of your computer, waiting for the game to start in anticipation. Then they enter the Rift, and 23 minutes later, we're into game 2. So it's a rough time. It's a rough time.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're ready for that promotion tournament.
No, they are not.
Yeah,
as you can clearly see, they are not.
It's true. It doesn't look great.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
hello.
Okie doke. Hello, client. Interesting.
That's a change.
That was unexpected.
So here we go. A VGA on red side this time around. They are banning Set as their first ban. Makes sense against Rika, I guess. Froggy is still in, so no victory. You all were eyeing that precious spot on your bingo card, but nope, no victory.
I only need one thing to get my bingo. I need one thing that I can't control, because 2 of the squares I need are me doing things, and I can just do them. I just need PhD to lock an ADC and int. So I really just needed to lock an ADC.
Yeah. Pretty likely.
Yeah.
Even that's sad though. He's against Rika, so even if he locks an ADC, will he int? Huh.
Well. What do we expect to be picked up here? Looking like a very standard one again. Nothing being spelled in bans. Disappointing.
Yeah, a little disappointing as well, for sure. I want to see the Galio for Froggy. I want to see Galio power on 10.7, and that would be very fun to see. Other than that, another Jinx, another hyper carry. What hyper carry do you want to see?
Give me the Coggers.
Yeah, the Coggers.
Coggers.
Cock Lulu, please. Cock Lulu, top lane Kale, mid lane Karma, and jungle. Morgana, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full on Cockmoth carry, yes, please.
Or Vayne.
But police goes back to his Kalista.
That makes sense.
Oh, Wayne would be fun as well. Yeah. Come on, guys.
Come on.
The wrong toad. Oh, Kaiser. That's not
boring.
exciting.
That's
okay, at least,
boring.
I guess. Yeah. Hope has finally settled on one champ to try to get to pro level, I guess.
Maybe give him a couple months and he'll be there. Too bad it's the last game of the series, of the season.
Yeah. I mean, he's at least in game 1 was fine. He didn't really do anything fancy, but he was okay. Better than in the last few series, that's for sure. And Nautilus is the first pick away from Kalista, I guess. Kalista go to Tarek again. Will we see a Kino Tarek? Yes, we will most certainly see that.
Yeah, Kalista Tarek makes a lot of sense to me.
Come on, Galio. Jace. I guess Jace has
very far ahead. I'm actually just going to quickly throw up a pause screen just to reset the stream. I think I have. Oh, whoops.
So Kaiser locked in for red side. So we have first rotation on blue side for FTV, Kalista, Tarek, and Jace. And on the other side, we have Elise, Nautilus, Kaiser. A little bit. So now is the time to pinch Jungle Pool for VGA and to pinch whatever Jace is going to. Oh, the AP Shyvana ban. That is disappointing. Would have liked to see another AP Shyvana pop off.
This is the most anti-fun I've seen.
Yeah. Kaiser, Nautilus, meh.
This is quite anti-fun.
So, bans for FTV.
Ornn removed. Rika losing access to a champion he's actually good at. Questionable.
Yeah, I think this is Jace, Rika Jace, by the way. Get ready for Eureka Jace.
Okay.
I'm not sure if anyone can get ready for Rika Jace, because that is quite an experience.
Can Rika get ready for Rika Jace?
He's the last person to get ready for Rika Jace.
He might be justifying that name change to Rika. Ah, if he's picking up the Jace.
I love the beam potential in his new name. It's
I know,
great.
right? It's great. But what will be locked in here? As Lucian taken out as well, and they'll go back to the tree.
Come on, VJ. Come on.
Oh, can I float by you a possibility that's very scary?
Yeah.
What if it's Rika
Go ahead,
Callista?
go Oh, Rika Callista. Let's go.
Ooh. That's exciting.
No, it's not. It's Callista Tarek. Sadly, it's not going to happen.
But
No.
it'd be
Another
fun
AP jungle.
curveball.
We've seen some Talia come out of nowhere here in the VCS.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
yeah, more Talia. She seems to be dominating scrims or something, because everyone's suddenly picking up Talia. It's now the 5th game, I think, on Talia, and the whole season. So it's still pretty much a fringe pick, something that people don't really like to prioritize. But a Clat for Rika.
Okay. All
He
right.
can
That's
also
fun.
Yeah, that actually works well with his new name, because Charge also has a lot of A's, right? You get Charge. You
Yeah,
can
Rika.
recharge. So Clat for Rika. Have we seen Rika Clat before? Last season, maybe. This season, I don't think so. Quickly check my cards. Nope.
And a Z.
Nope, we haven't.
Cool.
Wow, VGA is really going full try-hard late game modus. What's going on, VGA?
Just playing full boring. That's...
It's very surprising to me, because VGA has shown us very good early games in the last few series. So why not double down on early game and just stomp all the promotion tournament teams? Why would you go to late game now?
I don't know. It doesn't make much sense.
With how much you have thrown games, just go full early game and get a big lead and not be able to throw anymore. It doesn't really make too much sense to me. I'd say VGA is probably still favorites after that first stomp. So yeah, maybe they will even win with Kaiser, Zia, Maokai. It's not a bad composition, right? It's triple AP topside. It's a pretty bad composition. Never mind me.
I like that you tried at least.
And Froggy's going Clat. It's still Rika Jace. Nice. Froggy Clat. We've seen that before.
Yeah,
Froggy
okay.
Clat is one of those
Froggy does
mid-range
play
ones.
wacky stuff.
And I think Clat Azir was the matchup Kiaya got the solo kill in against
They're playing
Worlds,
on the
right?
live servers, by the way.
Yeah,
They're not on the tournament client.
Huh, that's interesting.
That's why there was a 3-minute timer. That's a live server thing.
Doesn't
matter.
Sense, yeah.
It doesn't matter, but
Yeah, something is not working too well. That's for sure. But whatever, we finally get some games, so that's very good news. And the last game went without any pauses in game, so shouldn't expect too many mid difficulties here.
yeah, once we hit the rift, we're
muted,
fine.
I think. So
Yeah, I was setting up the analyst section. Gosh,
yeah,
look,
it's fine. It's fine.
us. We've got a third analyst as
So-
well.
Yeah, Rakan, hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the cast, Rakan.
He's been very
He's quiet today. What's going on?
I know,
Yeah.
right? The one time where it might be
Quiet.
appropriate for him to chime in, he decides to be quiet. Oh, there he goes.
Ah, there we go. So, I just want VGA to lose here because of this composition.
I want VGA to win. I want VGA to win because Flash Team Secret is going to be a good game.
Yeah, I understand that reasoning as well. I also need FTV to win 2-1 for my prediction game. So,
I'm coming for you. Okay,
So-
well,
Let Azir mid lane is very nice, very spicy. Last time Froggy got dragged by PhD in laning phase, and PhD is not a bad laner if he's not in top lane. He's quite a good laner in mid lane, so I expect him to win this one as well. But maybe Froggy can make some crazy stuff happen with some Clat moves.
okay, yeah, he potentially could. It'll be very interesting. But it's after how slow the early game was in the first game. Can they kick it up into a gear
I hope so.
and actually take
I mean,
it to
FTV
VGA?
needs
Yeah,
to
they
make
have
something
to.
happen with this composition. This is all the onus is on FTV to do something.
Put the comps on
Especially
screen.
Kuroko needs to have a good game because he's the only AP source. So, yeah, I think Kuroko needs to have a better game than before. He should be the better jungler compared to Hope, who's not even a jungler, really. He's a coach. So, please, Kuroko, show us something. You were not a bad player last week. I have no idea what happened to most of FTV's players, honestly.
I don't know what happened to Police.
Yeah.
Police was
Police is so
genuinely pretty
disappointing. Kuroko is very disappointing. Even Rika in the last few series, this last split, was a very solid player.
good. Yeah, when you put him on tanks, he was good.
Even Camille.
Yeah, Camille was
Rakan
fun.
agrees with you.
Of course he does. I'm his dad. He's getting...
So, 3-minute delay, I guess.
Rakan is very upset with me at the moment because he's on a diet and he's not happy.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. What's his diet?
I just had to cut back how much food he was getting. Because he was getting fat. He put on like 6 grams. That's
6 grams.
That's a lot for a bird.
Of course.
Birds are very light.
Put on 6 grams. Oh, God.
Yeah. He should have put on like 2 or 3 from just growing, but he put on a bit too much. So.
Fair enough.
Got him stopping being a chonker. But on things that people do care about, what do we think? This is a very try-hard comp for VGA, which we're disappointed in. But it's actually a pretty good comp, if we're taking it seriously.
A little bit too much AP for my liking. With an 80 jungler, this would have been a very good comp, in my opinion. But with Azir and Elise and Maokai, and then also Kai'Sa, who deals a fair amount of magic damage, quite easy to itemize against. Especially if Froggy gets ahead, he can just straight up go into one MR item. Not sure which one would be the best option for a Klett.
Adaptive?
Potentially. Yeah, Adaptive Helm. So that sounds like a good choice. Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, also Kino maybe comes back into some MR. So it's quite scary. I think with an 80 jungler, you would have looked at a very solid, very balanced composition. Maybe a little bit of, like, imagine J4 in this composition.
That would be very
nice engage. Yeah, I think they have to adapt. But I think Hope's champion pool is just not very great right now. So he wants to stick to one champion, which, okay, fair enough. He's not a jungler. We have to cut him some slack, even though we are mocking him a lot for his jungling because it's not great. It's not really good, not great.
Yeah. So
it's understandable.
I'm curious. You're trying to catch up to Amber in our prediction game.
Yes.
Have you picked against Flash? Because she always picks Flash 2-0. She's a big Flash fan.
Yeah, I picked against Flash in that I picked 2-1. So I guess if I'm correct, I get 1 more point.
You're not going to go all in. I don't believe Flash will lose. You're not going to try and pick 3 points up over her? Oh.
I went all in on this one. I went all in on this.
That's not an all in then, is it?
I mean, 3 points is I'll almost tie with 3 points, right? So if FTV gets my 2-1 victory, then
that's not what all in means, man. You didn't shove.
Okay. I'm not the all-in type of person, to be honest.
I know you're
playing
not.
Playing it safe.
To borrow a word from someone else, you're very reserved.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we actually, something to note here is that it is Froggy top and potentially
and
Froggy bopped as he's off Skull. And Hope is here. Django is going to put him down. Who do they give the kill to? It's Hope, and he used his flash. Good job, Froggy.
Come on,
Get
Froggy.
those jumpy legs going, Mr. Frog. Didn't work. Didn't work at all.
What was that flash for? It's an unbelievably useless flash. Like, sometimes I can understand the flash. You can go hindsight, okay, yeah, you shouldn't have flashed. You were dead either anyway, but in the heat of the moment, understandable. This one was just pure int.
Ooh,
like
Kuroko contested the crab.
Ooh,
and the
still got the
flash. Yeah, crab for a flash. I think you take those. Oh, and he could be in trouble, but no, repels over to the Krugs. Gets out.
Yeah, Froggy would like his flash now. Sadly, it's not there.
Yeah, he would. And Rika takes a few pokes, but gets back. And he is on this Jace. In the mid lane. Is it Kuriko?
Yeah.
PHT. Oh, okay.
Nicely done.
Okie dokie,
Over the
boys.
PHT had flash. He could have flashed away from those Qs. He
Yeah.
just made the miscalculation that the Q had already worn off.
Yeah.
You should be able to count to 5, please.
This is so depressing for Hope. He's been zoned out of his jungle like 3 times. Oh no. He's got a kill though, so he's fine. But
yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He also got the crap in the jungle, so he's actually still ahead in CS as well, even though he constantly gets invaded. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of camps available to Kuroko, so he should be able to pull ahead in like a minute or 2.
yeah.
Also, some camps still available for Hope. Hope is actually fine here. He got the kill. He's a little bit accelerated. He should be fine. Let's look at this kill again. Why didn't he flash away from the Q?
It was kind of covered up by the shock blast. He might not have been out of count because the shock blast animation was the same color as the rocks.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think you still flash for safety there.
Yeah, I think you do, but I think that's the reason. I'm not saying it was correct.
Yeah. It's a good call. Good call.
Yeah, I think you definitely flash.
Yeah. Also, you still have exhaust, so even if you blow your flash, it's not super likely to die in the next gank attempt. So, yeah, not too happy with his choices there. 2 bad flashes already this game. This is more of what we imagined FTV against VGA looked like in the early game, right?
Yeah, it is. I'll make Peng not melt as I put up the in-game overlay, and PHT takes a lot of damage from Rika. So the early game is going much better this time for FTV. They've kept it dead even in gold.
And it's basically because of Rika's prowess in mid lane, which is surprising. Rika has had some small little stints in the mid lane with Nocturne most of the time. His mid lane Nocturne is feared by most. Got target bans last season a lot of the time, so he can play mid lane, and he seems to be a better laner than Froggy at least.
Yeah, I would agree with that. As speaking of Froggy, it's the return gank.
No.
The cowardly lizard will soon be departing. Off she goes. The charge was used for a little shield. He tried to get the counter kill on Django, which actually could have been huge. He definitely can't. As
you know what would have been helpful to be able to flash over the cocoon and get on top of Django.
Yeah, that would have been really helpful. Oh, Rika's here, wants to try and make something happen, but the bodyguard was here. So Rika will just pick up a bit of CS.
Nicely done. And Hope is 2-0.
Yeah, this is why maybe only Kiaya should be picking the Kled.
Yeah, Froggy has been super disappointing today.
Say that again.
Is the time for victory to come in?
No. Like you can be a hell of a lot more disappointing before it's time to put victory in. This is the misunderstanding I think people have with our analysis. We don't necessarily think Froggy's a world beater. We think he's not a world loser. Like victory.
I love how committed you are to hating victory. It's very fun to listen. Well, he hasn't had the best season of all time. That is victory.
The best season of all time if you're not a fan of FTV.
Yeah. So will FTV make it back to VCS? What's your guess right now?
I mean, they have a dark curse that lets them always make it back to VCS.
Yeah,
so yeah,
they're the gatekeepers.
If there's any justice in the universe, no, we'll have QG back.
Yeah, hopefully. Do you remember the dark days of NALCS when they started promotion and Chris was the top laner that always was on the best challenger team, qualified for LCS and then just didn't do anything immediately.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, it's weird. I still think it's kind of weird that they made their promotion league the main league. I still wonder why we can't watch the actual good NA teams. Why are we just watching the bad ones?
By the way, NALCS players today as well. Exciting stuff.
Cool.
Stuff.
Cloud9's gonna win. I mean,
yeah, sadly.
Yeah, Cloud9 is like,
the call.
Jokes aside, Cloud9's like a genuinely good team.
Yeah,
on the world level, they are actually really good.
By the way, I listened to all the podcasts from the main leagues, right? And
I haven't been.
There was a discussion at the start of the split.
We might have to come back to it. As Kuruko gets engaged on here, but Cosmic Radiance is pretty good.
Cosmic Radiance,
PHT's in a lot of trouble.
PHT.
Froggy has arrived. Froggy has misplayed, but it's
PHT's
not
still alive
because of the numbers. Yeah, PHT is still alive. We might finally have someone going down for FTV as Aquino has fallen. This is a shit show of a fight, but it's even 2 for 2.
And Zin is now here as well. He walked up from the bot lane. He has finally arrived too. Wow, FTV gets kills and turret plates, so they are still ahead in gold, and they got the first dragon. So it's looking way better for them this game around.
What was that? Also, to answer the question in chat, yeah, Vinny, I say that counts. You can have the point for that. That counts as me raging about victory, even though he didn't come in.
Yeah, that was kind of the reason I prompted that as well. I wanted people to have that.
Gaming exam bingo.
So let's look at the start again. How is PHT still? He flashes away, and then Froggy just very good Emperor's Divide actually, and Kuruko gets the last one with one single stone. You can of course still throw one stone from your work ground as well. That was enough.
Yep.
And then Kuruko actually completely messes up the direction of his next Q there. Almost goes down, gets rescued by Froggy. So a few mechanical misplays here and there, but in the end, still some nice.
I think the word you're looking for is a few good mechanical plays here and there. The Emperor's Divide.
Usually, you have to tell me to not be mean. I'm trying to go be upbeat here.
You're trying to be so nice, and I'm just here being grumpy every day that didn't get enough sleep.
So what I wanted to get at before the fight started is they had a discussion: is it better to take the field or is it better to take C9? And for some reason, some people were saying it's better to take the field. Still, when C9 was dominating the league at like 11-0, and I thought, what?
Oh,
Why would you
PHT
take
has
the field?
gone in and instantly died. What is going on here? Rika tries to queue away to the minions. It's going to work out as well. Django
Froggy?
now in the middle of the enemy team. What was PHT doing?
The snipe attempt. Django would have survived anyway. He's Maokai, so looked more hype than it was in the end. Charge.
Didn't do much.
Charge out. Nice. Froggy. What happened to you? Go back to Galio, please. We need more ghost heal Galio in our league.
Excuse me 1 minute. No, never mind.
Yep.
My phone was ringing. I thought it might have been an emergency, but no, it's okay. They hung up.
FTV up to a great start. We might see a third game. Another opportunity for victory to come in.
Stop. Stop. You already got the point. Yeah. Also, you're a few seconds behind, so you might want to quickly reset your stream.
Okay.
Hello, friend.
Okay. You were just quiet. Okay,
just chilling.
So, 74 CS for PHT. I'm not sure what happened to him. He has not been able to CS anything. To be fair, he died 3 times already, so more gray screen than actual colors.
Yeah, but it's interesting. So, this is a game. Oh, PHT has gone in again. This time it's worked out. They must have seen him enter the bush or clear a ward or something. I'm not 100% sure how they saw him, but
yeah, there's a ward. Yeah. There's a ward in the pixel brush.
They saw him enter.
They saw him enter the jungle. Yeah. PHT was 2 levels down on Rika, but Rika had no flash and perfect CC chain there from PHT and Hope. Nicely done. Good mechanics. Oh, that's so sad. Oh,
Oh,
man,
no.
that's so sad, Azir. Oh, there was nothing he could do. There
No.
was absolutely
Wait,
nothing he could do
what
there.
happened here? What?
He lost the cannon minion.
Oh, right. I was going to say, what? I'm very confused what you're talking about, but, sorry.
I
Yeah.
feel the pain.
Ooh,
I
Froggy
feel
in
the
a lot
pain.
of trouble. Once again, the charge gets stopped. He yelled very loud, but those little legs won't be taking him too far, and he'll go down to Django.
Well, Froggy Ontlet is a contender for worst champion player combination so far. This is horrible. He's making so many mistakes, so many mistimed charges, so many overly aggressive pushes in the top lane as well. Well, not his greatest game, not his greatest series, honestly.
Yeah, no, this is pretty horrific. He's made literally that exact same mistake 3 times. Like, you've got to learn the fact that Maokai's got a lot of CC, dude. And you aren't tanky at all. You don't have a completed item. Aquino, he gets caught, but Fate is calling him on his cell phone. Oh, the Cosmic Radiance only gets 1 circle. Why did they re-engage? They could have left. Kuriko's here. They might get the first kill onto Hope, and the
Aquino's still alive.
Aquino super low. Lucky to have that stopwatch. God, that was a risky play by FTV, but it worked out.
Well, Tarek can be very hard to kill,
He's going to go down. Oh, never mind. Very nice little Azir mechanics. Okay.
Oh, flash over the wall. Haha, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to pause for 2 seconds. I'm still ahead of you.
Yeah, please pause. The reset didn't do anything for me, so quick little resync.
Yeah, let's do a proper resync. What are you at? That's the free space, so it's
15:05.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm pausing at 15:11.
10:11.
All right, so, there we go. Now we are actually in sync again. Sorry about that, everyone. Welcome to Bootleg Casting. If you want to see us not have to do that, please do petition your local rioter to get us a real studio where we can just be in the same room. That'd be cool.
Yeah, great idea.
And to answer chat, no, YouTube's not lagging. That's on your end, fam. I don't know what's going on. But let's have a look at this replay.
Bot lane replay. Aquino very aggressive here. Of course, he knows the Cosmic Radiance is coming in. Vid doesn't really have the damage to kill him. They catch Hope. Hope almost gets the counter kill. Aquino has to use his E and stopwatch to survive. So, actually, in terms of resources, I think the Tarek stopwatch. Oh no, the reset. The Tarek stopwatch is worth a little bit more than a kill on Tarek. So, might have been actually beneficial for VGA.
Maybe. It'll be hard to know. I think it's... I don't think he'll ever make the call to not stopwatch because the stopwatch is better later.
Probably not.
As VGA do get a Rift Herald, so they're doing something at least. They are actually somehow ahead in kills. This is a game.
They've been falling behind more and more in terms of objectives and even CS as well. PhD is struggling really hard to keep up with Rika and CS. And let's look at scaling. Of course, we talked a lot about VGA's very potent composition in the late game. Their damage profile is still a little bit of a problem.
We might not have time to talk about this. As here is a bit of a fight. Aquino gets caught, and now the YouTube is lagging. It is completely frozen. Oh, but we're back. Hope gets burst down, up in the air. The charge has come in. It's all coming together for FTV.
There we go.
Hope should die.
Slaughter.
Oh, no. It is a slaughter. Once again, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, and they're all VGA themed as FTV has run them over.
There we go. This looks eerily familiar, this position in the game. A little bit of a storm this time for FTV. Blue side is king today.
What is going on? What's going on?
Oh, this time Hope got caught. They thought they had the drop on Aquino, but Aquino, of course, has Fate's Call. So
you've got a replay,
a bit ill-advised.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
My YouTube freeze.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's happening now. So,
okay, here's the replay.
So Aquino is approaching. He's getting closer and closer. He knows he can safely face check, gets the ward in, and instantly Fate's Call. The stun, that is actually a very interesting interaction. The stun was still hitting. The
stun worked during Fate's Call. Wow, okay.
And caught out Hope. That actually won them at least 2 kills there.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for VGA. I had no idea this interaction would work like that. Also, the Fate's Call was surprisingly slow at calling him back. I'm not... Maybe there was a visual bug or something, but it looked very slow there. So, now, looking at the gold, it's a 5k for FTV and 3 dragons as well, only 1 away from Infernal Soul. Jace loves Infernal Soul. Talia does too, so very scary to play against this team on Infernal Soul.
It's interesting. The question comes, can FTV keep this up? They're in a great position to win, but can they actually keep it up?
Yeah, that's always the correct question with the bottom tier teams who like to throw a lot, like to do a lot of mistakes. Or like to do is maybe the wrong phrase. They just do it all the time. So, yeah, I think the team composition is quite good at closing, though. They have a lot of mobility. They have good side lane push. They have a good engage as well. They can even dive, utilizing Klet's passive, Klet's remount or dismount. To reset turret aggro. Wow. Hello.
Shelly, okay. Just recalls. Doesn't want the gold. Why not? There's no gold, I guess. But very weird.
Django is in a lot of trouble. The cats come.
Is caught in the middle of nowhere. The cats have come out.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh no, it is actually definitely the other way around as the long-range Vit has arrived. Down he goes.
Yeah, he's not trapped there. The enemy's trapped, of course.
Yep.
Froggy is going top lane though, and more gold to FTV. And in the end, it's still a positive trade for FTV.
Yep.
Almost 6k ahead now. The dragon will come up in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That's the biggest objective on the map right now for FTV. And they should be able to just overwhelm the enemy team with sheer damage once they have the soul. So I expect them to go for soul into immediate team fight. Just turn around, use charge, use cosmic radiance, pile on top of the enemy, and just destroy them. Why not? There's no real concern. The enemy team doesn't have the damage right now to kill you. So
not even close. Look at all these gold totals. It's really bad here for VGA. The only person they have ahead is Django by 300 gold, and that does not matter. Oh.
Nope. Interested to see what Froggy wants to build now. It looks like he's going for Titanic Hydra, which of course is a very good item for Klet. The Black Cleaver first complete. He's quite tanky. Of course, health goes a long way on Klet. He scales very nicely with health. I want to see a little bit more MR. I think it would be a nice call to go for Adaptive Farm, as we talked about. Maybe I could even go for Spirit Visage if you want to. Don't really see the reason to. You don't have the Death Stance either. So you could actually go Death Stance. Gives you armor and MR now as well.
It's got buffed as well.
A little bit more.
10.6, so.
Did it?
Did that way?
On 10.6, yeah.
Yeah, on 10.6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the change. The change with the armor and MR, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a strong item. So definitely could go.
Is it actually better on ADCs or better on bruises now?
I still
don't
no idea.
know. I heard it's very strong on ADCs as well, because you get the 30 MR. You can't really access to good on other itemizations.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes sense. Yeah. If you play against the strong rage, I think Death Dance can be a very solid choice now in ADCs. You only get 20% of the stacked damage, where the damage gets delayed. It's only 20% for range champs, so it's not quite as strong as for Froggy on the melee. So it's only a situational item. So I would probably guess it's still better for the melee champs, but it's a nice change. I like the change. I think it makes a lot of sense with the item. It's more of a tanky choice, but still providing a little bit of damage. So
yeah, this is So, FTV obviously very, very far ahead.
Oh, the engage?
Yep, there is the engage. Oh, God, everything is missing so far. Up in the air goes Hope. The cats are coming in. This is a good start. Akino's been blown up, but Charge comes in. Froggy in the middle of the enemy team, and he's doing as much as he can. Kuriko can't get over the wall as he uses his wall to split Vit away. It's still only the one kill. Django should be the second one in the grave, but no, and there he goes. He finally burns down. One for
Can Rika get the snipe on PHT?
Ooh,
oh, no, he can't.
Okay.
Unfortunate. Oh, and Froggy has TP. Froggy is back in base, and he's trying to get a good TP spot. He doesn't have charge, of course, and they will give up this dragon. That's oh no, the pinks are coming in, but they might be too late. Dragon is going down very quickly, and VJ has bought some more time. Nice teamfight victory for them.
Yeah.
And just a very bad Fate's call. In fact, no Fate's call. Kino just went down because this ADC refused to press R.
Yeah, that's really bad. Wow, I didn't realize that was up. Jesus, that needed to be pressed.
But now the reset timing is very bad for VJ. They have Tarek.
This is
Tarek
shocking.
is not going to lose any health.
Yeah, this is very bad here. I don't think VGA even sniffed this out.
I think they're making the call right now for Hope to get there, but this is just a free Baron.
This is just a Baron. That was a shocking recall timing.
So in the end, we still end up with the Dragon against Baron trade we've seen the last few days. A lot of time, actually, for the Soul Point Dragon for the other side. And now it's back to something like a 7k gold lead for FTV, and they should be in the driving seat to end this game and bring us to a third game of Clown Fiestas.
The third act. Truly, it wouldn't be a performance without a third act. And will it be a third act that we want to see? Or will it kind of peter out and just end? Who knows? But I think we will be going to game 3 because I don't see how FTV loses this one.
No. I mean, Vich is the main carry now for VGA.
Rakan's going back in timeout. He was being good.
Yeah, makes sense. So Vich is the main carry now for VGA. They have a lot of items on him. He's looking very strong. He needs one more for IE to be able to really inflict the big ones. And he might be able to carry this one. He has a pretty strong front line on Django. PhD sadly is very useless, so he's only there for CC. They need to set up Vit for success, and maybe he can get the double MVP if he's able to carry VGA to the 2-0 victory today.
I'd just like to have all of chat please give a round of applause for my pet bird Rakan. As soon as I walked over there, I said timeout, and he flew into the timeout room by himself. Didn't even have to take it. What a good boy. He's learning. He knows what happens.
Still screaming all the time, though.
He's trying to join in.
Oh, the engage!
There's the engage. Big Shurima shuffle. Oh, God, that's a lot of damage. Straight onto PHT. Can they trade it back before the Cosmic Radiance? No, they can't. That's a lot of healing, but 2 have come back. Aquino is low. VGA, they're here. Video Game Academy. And then the graduating class as Vit picks up a Quadra and FTV has been aced.
And there we go. Wit needs one more item to be able to carry this one. He gets the quadra kill here. Please funnel all the resources into him. He needs the IE. If he completes IE before the next team fight starts, he has everything in his favor to win this one. This is super strong Kaiser. He's far accelerated. He's now 6-0 and gets another turret solo gold there as well. More minions. Ooh, it's getting spicy. FTV's on the brink of losing this one 2-0-2 if they throw another time.
This is, if they lose from here.
Look at PhD. His first good call, good play in the whole game. Nicely done flash, and there's the Shurima shuffle. Vit on the other side gets a very nice drop and a lot of damage in. He has to back off a little bit because of the Cosmic Radiance, of course, but they're still under turret, so even police with Cosmic Radiance can't do anything here. Vit gets to freely auto-attack and stack his Q. More kills, even more kills, and another one for the quadra kill.
Wow. What a turnaround. Everyone who had faith in Vit suddenly feeling very, very happy because he just popped off. To be fair, it was obviously he got the quadra kill, but it was a team effort. That was very well nice played by all of the students at the Video Game Academy.
And there we go. Look at the items. Vid has just straight up completed his IE. He had no IE in the last team fight, mind you. So now there's a whole lot more damage. 50% crit. He's going 80 Kaiser, which he has to go, of course, looking at his team composition being solely AP so far in terms of damage sources. So look at the item comparison between Vid and PhD. PhD sits on 2, has 184 CS. His support is 0, basically. And then his ADC has 332 CS, 6-0-2, 4 items completed.
Wow. The wall comes out. Hope is sectioned off, but I think he's far enough away that he can still make it across the border, and he does.
And it's another
FTV
dragon coming
has
up
to
in
be
5
so
seconds.
worried now. They would have thought they win all 5v5s, but not anymore, as Aquino takes one, and the hook straight through the middle onto Police. Cosmic Radiance has been used. Charge comes in from Froggy, but it doesn't do that. Look at all of those. There's another big Emperor's Divide. Can the Vit get the damage done? Kuriko goes down. So did 2 more. This is going to be VGA winning another team fight.
Froggy remount.
Oh, the remount comes in. They could turn it around. I told a lie. Vit's gone down. It's a triple kill for PHT, but it's not going to be enough. Jago's the only member of VGA left alive. Oh, he's going for the turn. He just wants to get as much as he can. Can he take out Rika? He can. Oh my God, what's going on? There's so much healing. Any tank except for Kled, and Maokai probably wins this. I don't know if he wins it against the Kled with the grievous wounds. It's so close, and finally 9 men lie dead.
What an absolutely insane team fight. In the end, FTV gets the soul. They get what they came from. Oh, will they? Froggies.
Struggling to take this down. Dismounted. Nah, it should be okay.
He has to back off.
No, he has to back off. He could die. No, it won't get another order.
It's not over yet. Everyone is resetting. It's not over yet. Everyone making a beeline for the dragon again. We will see another clash. And let's look at Vit. What did Vit do to die here? I think he got bounced back by the Emperor's Divide or something. He
LWX'd it.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah.
So let's look at Vit. What? That is so weird.
Yeah, he got bounced.
I have no idea what happened to him.
He hit the shuffling Azir, I think. Yeah, it was the Azir.
The Azir's on his team.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Oh, Dragon is down. Dragon's down. VGA secured the Dragon.
Down. VGA gets it. They prevent the soul. FTV in a lot of trouble once again. Vit takes a huge amount of damage, but the shield is big from the ult, and he gets one all the way out with the Acathian artillery, and he's going off, but he goes down. Hope is the only one alive. He needs to bring his team. Hope. Can his tree friend get hit? He's so low. The spider must return to the forest if he's going to have any hope, or just waste as much time as he can here. Lead Rika on a wild merry goose chase, but no, bang, shock blast from downtown. They stopped the Dragon Soul, but 4 of them are now dead. We've got a game on our hands.
Might still be worth it though, because there's nothing to take for FTV. The inhibitor is too far away. The Baron is up. Okay, maybe they can get Baron, so that's a nice gold induction for their team. But is it enough to turn this game around, or turn this game around? It's still a 7k gold lead, and VGA is looking stronger in team fights. They have the late game draft, and they have the super fat ADC. Ooh, it's dicey.
FTV's got Baron though, so they've got a point of power for a couple minutes.
Absolutely. Well, we're in for a longer one. We're in for a very close affair, and 3 more minutes for the next big dragon clash. I think this is all about the dragons. Can VGA once again hold off the soul for FTV? FTV was just waiting for soul to end this game. They've not been able to get it in the last 10 minutes. 2 times VGA denied the dragon, so in the end, it's now closer and closer.
Oh boy. This is not how I expected the back half of this game to go. No. What is Vit going to go for in terms of itemization? Is he going to go GA? Yeah, there we go. GA. So that makes sense.
A little bit more
he can play a little bit suicide bomber as well. Go into the back line, press a Q, and then die. Bit of TFT.
Yeah, not sure if that's useful for his team, though.
Well,
yeah. He needs the demolitionist buff, though.
Yeah, it's better than him doing that, but not having a GA. Which is what he was doing in the last fight. So we'll have to find out.
So right now, VJ should try to give over all the creeps they have to PHT. Vit is full items. PHT is still not even on 3 items. So yeah, he needs more gold. He needs way more gold. And Vit is only there for the wave clear. So if he can afford to not hit the minions, he should definitely give them over to PHT.
Yeah, that's very, very true. As there is a bit of a push down the mid lane here. Vit with a nice dodge on a shock blast. We have 40 kills in 32 minutes. Oh, that's a huge catch as Kuriko one-shots the Emperor. He won't be getting any minions, and he goes to 1 and 8.
That was blind.
Yeah.
That was a blind catch. Wow, he perfectly counted the amount of steps Azir was able to take from the turret where he showed. So very, very good play for Kuroko. He might have won his team the game
Ooh,
here.
yeah,
This
they
will be
are
3
pushing
inhibitors
pretty
down.
hard. Oh no, my stream quality's dropped. Apologies, everyone. We aren't going to miss much, hopefully, as pray and pray that the final engage doesn't happen. There we go. That is 2 inhibs. Can they move on to a third or the Nexus? I think they
Seems
might
like
not
they want to
quite-
finish.
Yeah, I don't blame them. They've got
10
14
seconds.
seconds before the
Charge.
comes back up. Charge is coming in. He's rolling forward. They want to fight it. There's the first tower down. What can they do?
Oh,
Cosmic
Nexus,
Radiance
Nexus?
has landed. They're just going to go for the
There we
Nexus.
go.
They're just hitting it. And FTV take us to game 3. We don't just have a clown. We've got the whole damn circus.
Wow, nice call. I love this call. This is a Tarek specific call you can only make with this one support champ where you go, everyone just ignore the enemies. We have 2.5 seconds where they can't hurt us. So let's go for the
That was a good call.
turrets. Let's go for the Nexus. Very, very nice to see. And FTB bounces back after the big stomp in game 1 and are now have equalized the series to 1-1.
So Akino's got to be MVP, right? His Tarek play was fucking fantastic. Ooh. Really fantastic. Really fantastic. It was a bit of a weird mic glitch there. It was really good Tarek play.
Yeah.
Really good Tarek play.
Yeah, why not? He was very solid.
Yeah.
The one time he died was because of his ADC not pressing R.
I mean,
for some reason.
if you disagree, who would you say? I think Akino won the
I
game.
haven't. Yeah, Froggy was horrible. Erika had a very solid game. Honestly, the catch there for Kuroko was very good as well.
Yeah, that's true.
They might have
Kuroko
actually
played really
won
well.
the game as well. Kuroko had a very good game. It's between Kuroko and Akino.
I personally lean towards
Ooh.
Akino. I thought his Tarek was fantastic. There were
Yeah,
so
let's
many
give it
big
to him.
stuns.
Big shout out to Kuroko as well, though.
Yeah,
Nice
absolutely.
early first blood in the mid lane, and wasn't actually first blood, but second blood, I guess. And then very nice catches as well. Had some fumbles on the queue here and there, but I mean that happens.
Yeah.
You cast so many of them. So.
It's very true. So, that is game 2 of our match of the week being finished up. FTV strike back, and will it be the return of the VGA or the FTV awakens in the next game? We'll find out. See you soon. That one doesn't count because Yulwei got it. Welcome back, brothers. We're here for game 3, round 3 of the Royal Rumble between FTV and VGA, the $10 million match, as we all knew would go the distance. We've had blood, we've had broken bones, but who's gonna go over the top rope? Who's gonna take the money in the cage? We don't know. Oh boy, it's time for the hype one here. Can the big boy Froggy redeem himself after last game? He got in there on the Cled, but it wasn't very good. Or will it be the big PhD coming back from the 1-9 to go 9-1? Yeah, what do you reckon, man?
I think neither of the two.
Probably not. I understand
It's
too.
going to be police.
I would have gone through all 10, but I have a mild amount of care for my throat.
Well, once again, shout out! What a great performance!
Yeah, by
how
the
do you
teams.
do that? I don't even know.
I watched a lot of WWE. Okay, I really like wrestling. What are you thinking? What team do you actually favor?
I believe in the final game of FTV for the whole season. Police will step up, will show us his pentakill, back-to-back pentakill to end the year after 5k gold lead for VGA at the start. I believe in him. Police, make it happen. Make it happen.
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, maybe. We know Police is pretty good. If he gets his Lucian, he can gun some people down.
Well, the first game wasn't too impressive, though.
I said can.
Can. Maybe. Potentially. Last year.
Yeah, last year Police was great. I don't know what's happened. But yeah, this
The
is a
skill
hard one.
vampires. The skill vampires, once again.
Yeah.
We've lost so many talents to the skill vampires. Police, please, come back.
Yeah, Genza. Or his brother Genya. It is... Look, it's actually really hard to call here because both games were pretty one-sided.
Yeah, it is.
I think if we're going off these two games, I have to favour VGA because their win was super clean. But I think they're better at team fighting than FTV. If they hadn't been so far behind, they would have won game 2.
Yeah, I agree. I think VGA is overall the more solid team, or at least they look more solid today. It's still super hard to predict a single game. I think you can pretty much just flip coin.
I can climb.
And there we go into Champ Select. VGA is back on blue side and banning set on blue side. That's a different one. And Renekton is the response for FTV. No overlay. It's very, very off-putting to see this very original draft. It confuses me still.
I mean, we are lucky at least that. So it's funny because I every now and then, every month or so, I'll cast an amateur tournament. So I'm a bit used to this, but the problem with amateur tournaments is they use Pro Draft. Thank God we don't have to do that. Pro Draft is the worst.
Pro Draft?
It's a website that lets you do a draft because when you're playing amateur tournaments, the problem is not everyone has every champ. So you might not be able to pick for your other lanes and do a draft. So they do Pro Draft where it is a simulated draft on a website. But if you're a caster, you just kind of sit there and be like, yep, can't really show you the draft at the moment, but it's happening.
That's not great.
And then you have to watch a client. It's really good. It's
Ugh.
But
yeah, no.
What do we think?
At least a tournament realm, probably. Oh, you said we're not.
No, because I don't think it's tournament realm because there's a 3-minute timer. I don't 100%. I don't know that for sure.
That's right.
I just imagine all these players are all the champions. They're pro players.
A lease ban for FTV. That's interesting. So now Hope has to show us something different. Oh, this is dangerous. Yeah, this is better. This is much better. More early game. Please go early game, VJ. So far, early game team has won both of the games. So I think early game is the way to go here. Teams are not good enough to stall.
The Pantheon is very interesting. We haven't seen that so far, but it is the
it's
AD
banned
threat.
all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I assume it's going for PHT. That does seem like his
I think it's
type of champion. Really? You think it'll be in the jungle? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
And we
Pantheon is very
an
easy
MF.
to play. Yeah, she's available. Surprising. No one has played MF in the last week, almost.
Yeah.
It's very surprising to me. She
No one
has
is on
gotten
10.7. This is 10.7.
fewest amount.
Did she get touched on 10.7 at all? I don't think so.
No, 10.7, nothing happened to ADCs, so shouldn't matter too much.
Surprise.
But she has gotten the fewest amounts of nerfs, and she's still not picked up by anyone. Aphelios is still higher priority. Even Senna is higher priority most of the time, and we might see a Senna here.
I've just noticed something. Victory's
What's going
in.
Well, that was to be expected, to be honest, after Froggy's performance.
Like I just licked a dog turd.
And we'll just see. Victory, you win this game, and then you have to eat your own words. I'm hyped for that.
Considering other things FTV has nearly made me eat, I'll eat my words pretty happily.
Fair enough. Baby socks.
Yeah, look, Froggy did have a very bad game, but I still don't necessarily agree with subbing him out. I feel like he was on the Kled. The deaths that he had were just being over pushed in lane. Like, they weren't like mechanical mistakes, except for that one flash, I guess. That was really bad, but his mechanics weren't terrible, and I just feel like, okay, you brought in Victory. Cool. He's going to do the same shit and have worse mechanics.
Froggy also hard lost lane in game 1 to PHT, so I can understand the substitution.
I understand it. You're in game 3, you want to change something, but you just won.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but not because of Froggy. I can definitely understand that Koroko, this is dangerous. You have inted so much on Italy. Oh, I'm scared for this.
PHT going to Yasuo in the last game. Are we getting the Grago?
Yeah, let's go, Grago.
Come on.
PHT is a good Yasuo player.
He's a great Yasuo player. Let's go to the Grago. Don't lock that, Zoe. Don't do it. Get her out. Yasuo. Aw.
It's not going to happen.
I was excited. That would have been
so
really
we need
fun.
an aggressive top laner. Honestly, we need an aggressive top laner for VGA. They're very solid, but
Doesn't have to be
it could still be.
Okay.
I really expect this champion jungle. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
This got buffed on 10. This got buffed on 10-7. This actually got buffed on 10-7.
This didn't.
She's stronger than on. Yeah, it's only a cooldown buff on R, but it's
but,
might push her back into meta.
Aatrox, anyway.
Aatrox.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
So it's Rika's time to shine. Will you go for a counter pick?
Irelia. Okay.
Ah.
So
Rika's decent on Irelia.
Rika has had some good games on Irelia. He has. He had one game. I'm trying to remember who it was against. It might have been the last time they played VGA, where he pretty much solo won them the game. He got like a 1v3 triple kill and then just carried. But can Rika do it? Or was that just a Rika with one A? I don't know why. Why is he Rika today?
I have no idea. Maybe that's actually his in-game, his live server handle.
Maybe.
And his pro player name is Rika, but his handle on server is Rika. Maybe someone snatched the FTV Rika away from him. So
maybe
that's probably what's going on here. A little unfortunate for Rika. But yeah, Aurelia Aatrox is an interesting matchup and much more interesting to watch than Maokai Ornn. For some reason, there was still a lot of action in Maokai Ornn, but this time around, whoever gets the first kill should be able to run away with the game through topside. And both games have been very topside focused.
gotcha.
Our surprises, because champion-wise, they shouldn't have been. But both teams like to gank top lane all the time. Froggy overextended a whole lot in the last game. The first game was also VGA favorite top lane. So can this trend end now? Can Rika lead FTV to 7th place to 10 million? 10 million still on the line.
Brother. I can't do that anymore. I've ruined my throat doing that. It really hurts. We've got a whole nother series tonight as well. I'm in trouble.
Yep.
We're done for a little bit after tonight, though. Not too happy, but at least my throat will recover.
Games still there.
Wait, isn't today Sunday? What?
Nope.
Oh,
nope.
shite. No, that's good. More League of Legends. I'll be fine. I'm happy. I want more League. For some reason, I thought today was the last day. I think we probably would have been talking about that.
Yeah, because it's the 3rd day already, right?
Yeah.
But we have a 4-day week this week. So
you make a good point.
Extra special League of Legends action.
Absolutely. So let's have a look at these comps as we wait to get into game. The mid lane is interesting. Syndra versus Zoe. They fulfill very, very different roles for these teams. Zoe is all about the poke and the pre-fight damage, but Syndra wins the actual team fights.
Yeah, she can be about the poke as well. She can kind of slot into the same position as Zoe if she gets a good catch or something. Syndra is a very interesting champ to follow in team fights. She has her different modes where sometimes Syndra can get quite useless, especially from behind, when she's on like 2 items and doesn't have the damage to burst someone down. And then her control is not comparable to something like an Orianna, and she's just like a less strong Orianna in team fights. But sometimes from her hat, Syndra can just kill everyone because her base damages on her, or the damages with AP scaling, of course, on her abilities is also quite high. So if you're able to make Syndra but more than just her ultimate, then she's a very strong teamfighting champion. If she's behind and can only rely on her ultimate, then suddenly she becomes a little bit of a liability. So it's very always interesting to follow Syndra in team fights.
Very true.
Other than the Syndra, I still think we need to focus on top lane. This is a very volatile matchup, and especially with Rika and Django as players in the top lane as well. Especially Rika, I'd say, very volatile player. So whoever can accelerate the top lane should be able to walk away with a victory here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. It's just interesting because that's not necessarily where we always associate the carrying power for FTV. Rika is always in the conversation, but it is bold when the chips are down, the dice have been rolled to put all in on the Rika train.
Yeah.
He's a veteran,
this is the last game of the season. Oh,
this
the
is
split,
it for
of
them.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. For both teams, this is their very last game. This is the last series and game 3 of the last series. So in the very last game, he goes back to Aurelia. That's surprising. He's kind of the leader of the team as well. So if he's able to show us this big carry performance on Aurelia, he will be remembered as the savior of FTV, potentially.
Yeah. Saving him from 8th
place.
Into 7th.
Nice.
Cool. I mean, like, it's interesting because I would say last split in 2019 summer, Rika did save FTV from relegations. He stepped up massively in the last couple of weeks, was playing things like the Camille, put the team on his back and dragged them to 6th and killed QTV. Gunned them down in the alleys. It was horrible. It was, he can't do it this time.
Great comeback story. FTV suddenly looked like a decent team.
Yeah. They did the reverse DBL. Oh, the reverse Team Secret even.
Yeah, I had some hopes for them because of that run this year, but they let me down big time. Ooh. They lost B, one of the best players, of course. The bot lane looked way weaker without B, so we have to retroactively also give a lot of credit to B for the run, because it seemed like he was enabling police big time.
Oh yeah,
big time. They have not been able to find the support player that is as good as B was, which is of course hard because B is one of our best.
I think Zin has actually been pretty good.
But Zin is on VGA, right? So.
Oh, yeah. What the hell am I saying?
Yes, absolutely.
What the damn hell am I saying? No, you're completely right. Hope jumps forward.
Oh, no. Kuroko.
This is, oh dear God, this is horrible here for Kuroko. This was really well played by VGA. They positioned it perfectly, and down goes Kuroko at level 1. There's a flay. There's a stun. Victory's going to go down as well. We start the fiesta early here at the VCS. 3 kills, 1 minute.
And the kill only went back to Aquino. Yeah, that's what we wanted to see. 1 minute, 3 kills, and Kuroko. Oh, Kuroko is already starting this game off very badly. His Nidalee has been questionable, to say the least, a lot of times. So now he handed over a kill to Hope for free, and this is not a hard champ to play for Hope. This is the re-engage Zin and Bitch.
Oh, this is happening. This could be a steal.
Nice
He's charging it up.
By the way.
He's got it. Oh! No!
Oh, no! Oh, that is so sad.
Tragedy has struck. Oh, 22 health. That's not his fault. He can't predict that. Oh.
Level 1 Varus Q. That's, man.
That was
also,
so
if
close.
he had hit a champion there, the comment might have been enough to steal the blue buff.
Yeah, God, you're not wrong. I think it definitely would have been. Comet does at least 20 damage, so...
Yeah, I think so too. Especially against no MR blue buffs, yeah.
But, I mean, to be fair, it's not like... It's not, oh, wow, that was horrible. That was terrible by Victory, as he completely misses the scan of the week. Takes a lot of damage. That was a lot of sparkles coming out of PHT. And apparently Victory, not a big fan of the glitter because it hurt.
Yeah, it hurt a lot. Wow. So let's keep stock, take stock of the situation, of course. Yeah. There's a little bit of a jungle advantage right now for Kuroko. He's a little bit faster on the clear, but the re-engage from Hope is happening, and he wants to kill him again. Does he get the jump? Can we see the red buff, please? No one cares about top lane.
Hope steals it away.
Oh, he steals it away.
This is very bad already for Kuroko.
Yeah, it is. And Kuroko will not hit level 4 of these Crocs now, I think. Because, of course, he also didn't get the Scuttle Crab, so it's only level 3 Nidalee. You want to get to level 4 after full clearing and be a level ahead of your...
Going to the Nidalee here, I don't understand it. It's not even that good.
I'm not a fan either. Yeah. His Nidalee traditionally has been good, but this season he has inted on her every single time he has picked her. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this decision. Also gives Hope way too much leeway, even though he's the one player
another bubble has landed. PHT has had a homing rocket there. In goes the Pantheon. They're just going to try and give the kill to PHT, and he is already a pretty huge threat.
Yeah, nice gank. Once again, bubble lands, and Victory has no summoners available, so very easy to lock down the kill. PHT gets another one, and now he should win this lane quite hard. This is an interesting matchup in the mid lane.
Hook lands in the bot lane, but the Make It Rain could make it okay. But Hope is not stopping. He's flying down to the bot lane. He's on a ward.
Oh, good ward for police. Yeah. Very good ward for
Very
police.
Good
nice
ward.
Spider senses.
Is it going to be enough? Yeah. No flash on the Pantheon means that he'll just throw a Comet Spear. That's a lot of poke. That's bad for FTV. They have to reset now. And
very annoying for the bot lane.
VGA didn't want to go to 3 games, apparently. Because they're ending this one very quick.
So there's one shining light, though, for FTV. Look at the top lane. Okay, it's just a way of being cleared. So the CS will be equalized to some extent, maybe not quite to 37. But Rika so far has been dominating the top lane matchup. And he is the one carry they need to get gold on. They need to get items on to be able to carry team fights as well as side lane. So let's see if Kurko can make a visit to the top lane and maybe get him a first kill of the game.
Yeah, it is potential for that to happen. This is already really bad here for FTV. The fact that Hope has 3 kill participations and is even in farm with Kuroko. That's really bad. He's playing Pantheon and you're playing Nidalee. You have to be ahead.
Yeah. And he's even ahead in terms of levels. Should be equalized now by Kuroko because he's cleared his jungle a little bit earlier. Sadly for him, right now he's the top side, so he has to reset instead of ganking because the enemy top laner did reset as well. Oh, now there's an opportunity with the teleport coming in.
That is
he's resetting as well. So now Nidalee will not go top lane for the next 3 minutes, which means more time for Django to just farm and not fall to a gank and not give Rika give Rika the big advantage.
That was a bit ugly. Big lane here for FTV in the bot lane. We'll push into the side of VGA. Aquino waiting in that forward bush. Wants to try and get some pressure. It does. But they haven't really missed anything, as long as Vic gets this cannon. But no, well-timed. Oh, never mind. He gets with the E. I thought that was going to be well-timed enough by Aquino to deny the cannon, but not quite. The kittens are safe.
Yeah, after he denied his own ADC the cannon, he wanted to equalize the cannon score, of course. Not quite able to do that.
And first strike over FTV. There is something going their way, and it's only a 600 gold lead. It's not good, but it could be a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, and so for Victory has actually been able to keep up in CS, even though he got killed twice already. So at least the CSing is looking fine. And top lane, of course, Rika is now almost 20 CS ahead. So the lanes are still okay for FTV. They need to calm down and not fall to any more ganks of VGA. Of course, Pantheon will hit 6 with his next rotation, so bot lane in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, potentially. It's the question is the target going to be bot lane? I think it should be, but you never know with Hope. He sometimes had some interesting decisions, as that now the junglers are level 6. He's down here at his red buff. Looks like he wants to do a big clear before he goes for any big old man drop plays. Makes sense. Make sure to stay up in farm. I think that's kind of smart. You don't want to risk failing the gank and letting Kuroko get ahead of you. Yeah.
So I think bot lane is the best choice for Pantheon level 6 because it's easy to get 2 kills. Pantheon is very tanky. He has a lot of damage. He has a lot of facilitating CC in his lane as well, here in the bot side with Varus and... Oh, never mind. They're porting there. Oh, that's a lot of time wasted for the Pantheon level 6. You want to make profit of the first ultimate as soon as possible.
It's like Nocturne. It's very similar to Nocturne.
Yeah, nothing happened. So now we can actually turn towards topside and maybe try a dive on Aurelia if you get your Aatrox ahead or back into the game.
This Aatrox is very far behind.
He's struggling.
We set up that this was going to be the Rika show. We've sit here the whole time and said that he's a good tank player, but he picked a carry. And to be fair, he's had some really good showings on the Aurelia. And so far, this is definitely in that trend. He's got the Egsies already to make life hard for Django. As VGA set up to go onto this Rift Herald, this is risky. Because, yes, Hope is very far ahead, but their top laner is very far behind. So I'm not actually sure who comes out on top of this 2v2. It's actually going to be 4v4. God damn, everyone's here.
Especially also because Hope's ultimate is just useless.
He goes forward, and he's just going to immediately go down to almost no health. The Vanguard's edge will clean him up. Aquino flashing away. Very good stun there on Django. Rika has come in. Absolutely clutch. Victory gets 1, and it's 2 kills for FTV. They're now dead even, and actually a little bit ahead in gold with the Rift Herald. It's a game, boys. We got a game.
There we go. Victory and Rika able to equalize the game as well again. Vit only gets 2 platings, so it's not enough to make up for the Rift Hall push and the kills, of course, as well. And Rika now in 101, still on the almost 30 CS advantage, will maybe even be able to get another turret plating.
Maybe.
Let's look at this. Aquino
Hope just
gets
got
the
blown
Q
up.
out. That's actually super crucial. Aquino gets the Q, even though he gets stunned by Hope, he still is able to channel the Q. He can run away for some reason. No one is able to kill him. And yeah, Hope just got blown up. And as I said before, Hope's ultimate is super useless in that situation. And then suddenly Kurko is more useful than he is. And he has finally been able to just go back to his jungle and farm.
It's kind of funny because in that situation, neither jungler had an ult. Italy never has an ult. Italy.
Yeah, indeed.
So
and then the champ is just designed to be better without an ult, right?
Precisely. So it was just a situation where, and Hope got caught. He was down to maybe 30 health before he pressed E. The only reason he survived so long is because he got the Aegis up. That was a real big disaster, and VGA have lost their early game lead. And here come the boys to the mid lane, but they will get scared away by the Sleepy Trouble bubble. There's no need to try any really fancy dives there.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem for VGA was actually giving up a kill over to Victory, because the mid lane was a big victory for VGA, funnily enough. Not for Victory. Yeah, so he's now fine in lane. He has picked up his first 2 items, so he should just be able to
dive on the top lane. Victory's here. Django is so low, and he hits.
Oh, he's dead.
The scatter the week.
Nicely done. Very clean dive.
You were talking about the problem with giving 1 kill over to Victory. How about giving 2?
Yep. It's looking like Victory over here. Rika gets another solo plate. He will get 2 more. This is perfect. Wow. This is almost perfect play for FTV when it comes to accelerating Rika in the top lane. Will be 30 CS ahead now. 610 gold plus 160 on the actually 320 there on the 2 plates beforehand. So
you have to wonder.
1,000 gold just from third.
You have to wonder. What's part of this just like Rika and Victory? I'm about to give Victory credit. So clip this. This doesn't happen often. Rika and Victory have been in the VCS for quite a long time. They've been in for a few years. Was this just their veteran status? They came in, they cracked the whip between the games. They're at home. So they could, be fairly descriptive with what they need their teammates to do. They just crack the whip and they're using their experience because Rika looks like he's got nerves of bloody steel. And Victory, he had a bad start, but it wasn't really his fault when he died early. It was just a ridiculous 1-minute play. I can't really blame him.
Yeah.
And he seems to have, steeled himself, clenched his jaw, and he's back into leading in the mid lane.
Yeah, I also like the champs they went for. I really has a little bit of a question mark, but she's still Rika has fine mechanics in lane. His laning phase was always okay. He just died too much later on, right? That was his biggest problem. That's why we wanted to see him on tanks, because his laning phase on tanks was still nice, and then he didn't die. So that's the biggest biggest thing speaking for Rika on tanks. But this time around, he was still a dominating laning phase, and Victory on a champ that's very easy to execute, very strong in early skirmishes. Yeah, I'm quite happy with what they have put together here. Still kind of questioned in Italy, but Kurko has gotten back to a big gold lead and also a 40 CS advantage.
Yeah, he got bailed out by his team. His team managed to turn the pressure around. And this Pantheon, we were talking about, oh, wow, it's 30 seconds after he hit level 6 and he still hasn't altered. He's now level 8 and he still hasn't altered.
Yeah.
This Pantheon pick is
very
not
hard for him
doing...
to do
he can't. There's nowhere to go now. This is Pantheon pick has blown up in their face. It looked so good at level 1. I was like, okay, this is the next hope.
He's heading top.
Oh, he is heading top. There he goes. In he goes. No. Vanguard's Edge doing well. Look at all the damage out of Rika, though. Rika's turning this one around. He's getting so much healing done. Hope does not want to re-engage until he has his stun. There's a Flawless Duet hitting, but it's not going to be enough. Hope will get the kill. Yeah. They waited so long, and now the FTV boys have arrived. Here come the lads.
Hope can jump
Hope
away.
is going to get cut in half. No. The cat did not
he gets
finish
away.
his meal, and now FTV's in trouble. We round and round and round we go. PHT takes a lot of damage,
Toad
but he
is
claims
trying to
away
get back.
victory will get that kill. Django
But
on the
the
top
stun?
side. Kuriko, he needs to find anything. He gets one. Can he get anything more? No, he can't. But on the bot side, Vit is dead in lane. Will they be able to find Zin? No, not quite.
What's going on? It's pure chaos across the map. In the end, it's a positive trade for VGA. They get the free kill on Rika. And Hope hasn't used ultimate either.
No.
He still hasn't used ultimate. For some reason, he wanted to go top lane without using his ultimate. I'm not sure why,
got
but
there in
whatever.
time. He
They
did
they
get
are
there.
successful, and a big lead for PHT. So at least he gets all the kills now. And Zoe on one item, 1.5 items, might be the strongest mage in meta right now.
Yeah.
She's very, very dangerous to deal with. She can deal a lot of damage, has a lot of
So
cooldown
what
as
happened
well.
in the bot lane
There's-
here? Oh,
Take a look at
just
bot-
Nautilus ult into bullet time. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, bullet time, police flash.
Yeah. I mean, the play wasn't great there for VGA, but I've got to give him a shout out for that Skinergy.
Yeah,
Great.
Synergy is looking
The
great.
Skinergy was great there. Double Darkstar. Darkstar, one of the best skin lines in my opinion. Really good.
Big fan as well. Big fan as well.
Darkstar
By far the
Mordekaiser
best
is
Arena skin. Oh, that's a fancy skin as well.
very good skin.
Darkstar J4 is also one of my favorite. Yeah, Darkstar is just overall a nice skin.
Also, Yulwei,
Yep.
would you do me a favor? Just have a look at Vit's rune and item choices.
Yeah, his rune. I pointed out the rune in the very
Did?
first play, of course. The comet is
It's lethality Varus. It's poke.
surprising. Yeah, it's full lethality Varus, and they really want to go for full poke. It's the Zoe and Varus seek and destroy comp, a little bit like G2 on the last 2019 first game ever, seek and destroy comp. So that's something they wanted to go for here as well. And I think
Still a
so
shame
far it
that
hasn't
G2
really worked out for them.
Can't destroy Nexuses.
Yeah, they really can't.
Anyway, do continue. I just had to give you your licks there.
So yeah, so far it hasn't really worked out. They need to group up a little bit more, let their poke hit the priority targets, and then try to not fall prey to any
Vit
big
has to
counter
flash.
engages. Speaking
This
of
is
counter
very,
engages,
very bad. Vit is so low. All he can do is throw 1Q. Django has been sacrificed. They didn't even get the mid lane tower. FTV.
it's on 1 HP.
Yeah.
FTV looking strong. They are 3k gold ahead, and the poke is not good enough for VGA. They have a poke comp, they have lethality Varus. Their scaling is not amazing. Yeah, they have a lot of champs that fall off. The only real strong, or like decently strong late game champ is Zoe, I'd say. Varus on full lethality from behind is quite weak. So
It's such a strange decision to me. The one thing VGA has consistently shown, particularly when compared to FTV, is they're great at team fighting. So why have you picked poke?
yeah, some of these bottom tier, even just the whole VCS, the drafting is, I think the biggest enigma of this league. Drafting is just.
We have a couple of teams that are very good at drafting.
Yeah.
Like, I think when
then
Gum wants to draft, they really can.
Yeah, I like Evos's drafts. I like, yeah.
Evos, of course, probably still just holding on to old notes from our hero, Jensen. He's currently, just a shout out, he's a friend of the community. He locked first place in OPL today.
Nice.
Absolutely smurfing on the
congratulations.
OPL.
Legacy esports, that
Yes,
is, right?
Legacy, yep. And that's with a sub mid laner. Tally.
Very impressive.
Tallywhacker's really good, but yeah, it's good. It's really good. Jensen's a good coach.
But to go back to the VCS, of course, we have slowed down a little bit here.
Yep.
This game is now. It's very much in FTV's favor, but they still can't commit too many mistakes. It's very easy for this comp from VGA to also just stomp team fights. If they are able to get like 3-4 targets down to 600 health, then suddenly they can also just engage with Hope, dive under turret, Django can come from behind, and everyone explodes.
Yeah, and there's that
They
tower
need to
finally
find
falling.
this.
The chains of corruption were used, but it was just to hold them back while they secured that standing gold. Ooh, a lot of damage onto Aquino, but they're just going to turn it into a counter engage. The hook into the bullet time. Hook,
Perfect
line,
synergy.
and
Second
sinker.
time. Yeah, we need a name for this synergy. It has been very impressive, this game. I've not seen this work out like this this easily in a pro game so far. It's
also,
just Nautilus into immediate bullet time.
It's so
a very nice
thematically
combination.
appropriate as well, because, you know, it's Misfortune. She's a captain of a ship. Nautilus throwing the anchor, the ship's anchor into the bullet time. We need to think of a name. That's actually, it's a cool combo. It's really strong. So,
Bullet line because of dredge line.
Bullet line. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm using that. Using that one.
Yeah, bullet line. You go. Can we see another bullet line this game? It's very impressive.
But we'll have to say it this one. As this
Aquino's playing super forward. Look at Aquino's positioning. He's so far. He's fishing for a hook here.
Bang.
There we go. Flash forward for Aquino. Flash Q, very confident. If he misses the Q, he's just dead there. So very confident. Very impressive support play, I have to say. A little bit too greedy on the kill secures, but other than that, it's flawless
I like
in this
the
game.
chat's come up with a good one. It's hook, line, and bullet. I like that. They go down hook, line, and bullet. I like that. But I think bullet line's also good. I'll have to think about it.
Bullet line is nice because it sounds like bullet time, but also incorporates the line. But I like the other one as well.
We'll figure it out. As Kuriko goes in on Xin here, Rico is here as well. Xin is in so much trouble. You can't lantern yourself out of danger. He just goes down for nothing.
And Xin does not deserve to go last place in VCS. He really does not deserve this
he really
stage.
doesn't. He's gone from Gum and winning the split to relegation.
It's rough.
And it's not his fault.
So I hope he gets a spot in some of the better teams.
Me too.
Who could use the support? DBL could use Xin, maybe.
I mean, the fact that we both said DBL at the exact same time might lean to us. Maybe DBL needs him. Hin hasn't been bad for DBL. I definitely think Hin's a good prospect, but he's not been good yet either.
No. He's average at best, and Xin has impressed us a little bit more than that. So, I think he could be a nice pickup for DBL. Other than that, maybe Secret?
I think Secret's got a pretty good bot.
The bot lane for Secret is a little bit of a sad combo right now, right? Yeah. They've played together for a long time. I think Xin could be better than Venus, but Venus is fine as well. So, I think you don't
maybe
want to disrupt your team there.
Like bringing him in as a sub, and maybe it works in the long term, but it's not like Venus is bad, so definitely don't need to replace him.
I agree. Also want to point out the item choices for Rika in this game. Very interesting. He's not going Blade of the Rune King, which almost all the Aurelias have been going for. Instead, more of the tanky approach, more of the immediate burst, of course, as well, with Trinity Force. Still a very good item on Aurelia.
I like it, because he doesn't just need to 1v1 this game. He actually needs to keep it going. As Kuriko will finally hop over the wall.
That was close. So the bubble almost spelled his death there.
Really did. But the Mountain Drake is spawning. This would be going up to Mountain Soul Point. Ooh, Rika gets absolutely trucked out before the fight. Aquino as well. This is not starting off well for FTV. They're coming into this one a little bit half-cocked. Aquino so low. PHT will miss that second lot of poke. Can they get onto them?
Trying desperately to heal up.
I don't think they can. That's just going to be them buggering off, and VGA will pick up the dragon.
Dengo has no ult here, and PHT lost his bench as well. They can actually try to re-engage.
Definitely can.
They got poked. Okay, Aquino is not there, but they can actually win this 45. I think, especially with.
This is dangerous.
This could be the game. If FTV wins, this is game.
The wall. There's a big bit of poke onto Kuriko. The Scuttle Crab's been secured. They need to let the recalls happen here. No. Oh, the bubble landing is big. Here comes Hope. He's gone flying into the backside. Aquino,
nice.
Hook, though. He's on point. He pulls him down. That is tragic here for FTV. They are just losing members, and it's turned around. The bullet time but can we get this going? Django needs to go off. He doesn't do enough. FTV is charging forward. They've picked up 3. Can they find the last 2? I don't think so, but they'll be able to get the dragon, which they already secured.
Yes, FTV, go FTV. Let's go. Nice to see that. Police finally popping off here. 6k lead and 1 dragon away from Seoul. This is looking like FTV will be able to 2-0 VGA on the season. The only team they could consistently beat is VGA, and that will lead to 7th place. They still can throw, of course, but yeah, it was a very dangerous thing to fight there for VGA because they missed crucial cooldowns. And Aquino, we have to shout out Aquino again once we see the replay. Perfect turnaround to hook Hope out of his ultimate. He didn't even have time to cast E, and Hope just died instantly.
That's the big problem with Pantheon ult, right? You know exactly where he lands. It was the problem with the old ult as well. The circle appeared. He's going to be dead center. Just throw your CC at it and time it well. And Aquino definitely has that little internal metronome. He knows when it's landing. And while we wait for the replay, we pointed out that this was going to be a topside battle. And there's no doubt who's won that. Rika having an impact 2, 1, and 4. Django forgot he was in the game 0, 5, and 3.
And it was super unfortunate for them that they used the Django ult this early because, of course, they tried to chase and get the big teamfight victory after the bubble landed and the big poke on Aquino. Sadly for them, without ultimate, Django is even less of a champion than he is with ult right now. He's just a meatball. He's going down instantly. So. Yeah,
not even much of a meatball. If I got served him as a meatball, I'd be asking for my money back. Can I actually have some meat on the ball? I mean, we could use our favorite...
a diet version of the meatball.
Well, I mean, we could steal our favorite bit of casting lingo and say, well, he's not really much of a carnivore. Definitely a vegan in this game.
Oh, God.
I'm not ever using that. I hate it. not far. I joked. I'm allowed to make jokes.
Yeah, I know.
I'm funny. And is Baron being considered here? But they just did a tiny little...
Another bubble on Aquino.
Damage check.
To go for.
No. Just a tiny little chunk. Nautilus obviously will be very tanky when he wants to be, popping the stone plate and proccing the aftershock. Oh, he goes forward straight onto the Zoe. Has the depth charge, but the Zin's lantern was quick. Very quick.
Yep. Very good reaction. Both supports actually stepping up in this game. Aquino looking incredible on the Nautilus.
Yep. And Baron is started once again. Django's pushing in the bot lane. Has got one tower.
It's a good call.
This is going down very,
very fast. They win every fight right now. They win absolutely every fight.
I think they have to concede this.
VGA... I think so too. VGA should just go for the push on the bot lane.
That's too late. If you were get a TP, it had to be about 10 seconds earlier.
Aquino?
That was a bad idea. Aquino on the front line. He's tanking. The Vanguard's Edge has trapped Zin in. FTV doesn't need to fight this. They don't need to take the risk, but they can if they want to. Django has the wings out. He's getting absolutely bopped. He slides over the wall. There's
victory
the first on to victory. This is tragic for VGA. This is massive for FTV. That's 2 kills. They also... Oh, it's 1 for 1. I'm telling a lie. Oh, hard to read what's going on in some of these fights. They are chaotic. Yeah. It's 1 for 1. So the Baron secured. I think it's actually a good trade kill-wise. Because Django is worth, what, 100 gold?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they really wanted to get all the Barons off. In the end, it's only 1 kill, so it's not good enough. But just looking at the kill trade, it's a good kill trade there. Problem for VJ is they still fall behind even more in gold. There's now a Baron buff, so they have to fight against the Baron stats on top of the 7k gold lead.
Yep.
When it comes to the soul in 40 seconds. So perfect timing for FTV to be as strong as possible to fight for their soul. And if they pick this soul, Police will be absolutely unkillable. He's already almost unkillable on these items. Mm-hmm. And he deals so much damage compared to the Varus. Look at the Varus items.
I think this lethality decision on Varus was a shocking one.
Yeah. He has been struggling to have any game impact so far. 0-1 and 2.
Where was their consistent damage going to come from?
They didn't want to. Yeah, they wanted to smash early game with the Pantheon. They wanted to have dive and poke and just blow the enemy out at 20 minutes. Just dive and poke continuously, and you don't need consistent damage if you can one-shot enemies.
VGA would do that. They're the better late game team. They team fight better than FTV. Maybe not this game, but in general. I just don't understand why you'd make the call that, we don't want to team fight. Now they're just giving up Mountain Soul. They're just giving it up.
In a little bit of trouble here.
Rika, he goes golden though. Look at all the time he's buying. The boys are going to reinforce. He might go down. Nope, he just flashes over. There is a big bullet time.
Bullet time damage.
Oh, this is tragic. PHT is on the he's on the wrong side of the tracks, but he's pretty quick. Aquino does miss. Oh, there is the dredge line. He flashes.
Flashed
I
away.
don't know where he's going, though. Okay, he does finally get
Oh,
away.
so close.
They don't care to chase him forever.
Yeah. So they forced his real flash, though. So as long as he can't pick up a fake flash, he's now a sitting duck. He's very easy to kill. Well, this game is looking quite over now. Rika's taking another fight.
Gone in on
Hope,
Django.
hello?
Hope was considering just not helping his top laner there. A little bit
You should have
shocking.
probably done that.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe should have just completed the recall, because now he's going to go down. Oh, he flashes away. Rika did not die, by the way. Went so deep and got away. Well, rip VGA.
Indeed.
First split in the
Yeah,
VCS.
Martin Soul is too much.
Dead last.
And that's, funnily enough, that's actually what most people predicted them to be.
Yeah.
In the first half, or even the first few...
Huge.
Wow, PhD's just dead. Nicely done.
Yeah.
There we go. Inhibitor falls. They will just push this in.
Yeah,
Rika is
it's
back.
over.
Yeah, this should just be the Nexus.
does deal a fair bit of damage there, but he's a lethality Varus. He doesn't deal nearly enough. The first Nexus tower falls. FTV, they're going to do a few doughies around the Nexus, really just show off as they get only their third series win for the split, but it's over their direct competitor. So it's 3-11 for FTV and 2-12 for VGA. FTV.
Yeah, and this game was quite dominant for FTV. Yeah. What a weird series to watch. VGA smashing FTV in the first game for 23 minutes. It looked absolutely hopeless for FTV. Then the second game is back and forth. FTV gets off to a good lead, but then throws a little bit. The game gets more even, but in the end, FTV come out on top. And then third game, a strange composition for VGA. They just lost all the lanes and lose the game.
I think it was just a horrible draft. It didn't play to VGA's strengths. If you turn the nameplates off,
lose game.
If you turn the nameplates off, yeah, there was a comp there. Like, you identified it. It was very much like the things G2 used to do. That's a comp, but your VGA, you don't need to do that against FTV. If you go into the mid-game even, you're a better team-fighting team. But,
especially the lethality Varus surprised me a lot. I can see why they went for it, but yeah, I think Vid is a very good auto attacker. He should have just went for normal Varus.
Absolutely. But MVP, the final one for FTV. They haven't got many MVPs because they haven't won many games.
Nope.
But they will get another one here. Who's it going to be? It's tricky.
It's one of the two bot laners for me. I think both have outstanding games here.
I think there's an argument for Rika, but I think I also lean to the bot lane.
Yeah, Rika had a good game, but I don't think he was MVP. In the end, he didn't split push the enemy or get solo kills. He got a good advantage, and he definitely was solid in team fights, especially compared to the enemy top laner. He still went down here and there and got caught. So, yeah, good game for Rika, but.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he was quite MVP. It was a good game, though. I'm leaning towards Akino. He was the one I was constantly shouting out. It was, to be honest, all 5 members of FTV played well. Kuriko came back from an early jungle deficit. I just don't think he really did anything to win the game. He had a good game, but he didn't actually win them the game. I think it was Akino, particularly combining with Police. I wish I could give a bot lane MVP because it really was the duo.
Yeah, indeed.
But Akino
Police followed up perfectly. Police had flawless positioning, followed up perfectly. Very good cohesion or synergy with his support. Just instant bullet time all the time, something we don't see too often. Sometimes the IMF waits a little bit longer. This time just go button, trusted his support, dredge line landed, bullet line, perfect execution. But it's more the playmaking support that stands out, and also his timing on the 2, I think, of Hope's ultimates, right?
Yeah,
one in he won the fight in the top side around Rifthold. He also won the fight around the Dragon with his dredge line. So it's Akino again, double MVP for the new support.
Yeah, I completely agree. That'll be it for the match of the week, and that's spelt with an A. But it was a fun one. We had a long delay, but honestly, I had a lot of fun. That third game in particular was a super, super fun one to watch. I'm sorry, Side. I love you, man. You're a good friend, but VGA, you need to quit it. You need to quit that drug.
You really need to quit.
It's going to hurt you, dude.
Oh, QG might be back, so you can go back to QG.
Or can I just start supporting DBL like everyone else? I know you don't want to support good teams. That's why I'm saying DBL. So that'll be it And we'll be back for another series. I don't know how long it'll be. It might actually be quite a short pause because of the delays. I imagine Flash and Secret are rip roaring and rip snorting to go.
Yeah.
We'll find out. But don't worry.
Flash and Secret.
Yeah,
Stay
Flash
tuned.
and Secret.
That's the real highlight of the day.
Yeah.
We had the hype series 1, but this one should deliver. This could be a semifinals preview. We might see some TFT comps. That's what happened last time those two teams played each other.
Yeah, but potential. We don't know.
I'm ready.
I'm absolutely ready. But we'll find out. The stream will turn off, but it'll be back in plenty of time for the second series. Don't you worry. We're not going anywhere. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.